Bobie Ansah. Berma be meti gara furu kube puntim punasi sokode. No wakanchira katabin say you. What you can say? Kwabena, keja guma mnianko. Bobie Ansah. Berma be meti gara furu kube puntim punasi sokode. No wakanchira katabin say you. What you can say? Kwabena, keja guma mnianko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berma be meti gara furu kube puntim punasi sokode. No wakanchira katabin say you. What you can say? Kwabena, keja guma mnianko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berma be meti gara furu kube puntim punasi sokode. No wakanchira katabin say you. What you can say? Kwabena, keja guma mnianko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berma be meti gara furu kube puntim punasi sokode. No wakanchira katabin say you. What you can say? Kwabena, keja guma mnianko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berma be meti gara furu kube puntim punasi sokode. No wakanchira katabin say you. What you can say? Kwabena, keja guma mnianko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berma be meti gara furu kube puntim punasi sokode. No wakanchira katabin say you. What you can say? Kwabena, keja guma mnianko. Ansah, Berma Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can say, Kwabena, Kaja Guma Mianko. Bobie Ansah, Berma Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can say, Kwabena, Kaja Guma Mianko. Bobie Ansah, Berma Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can say, Kwabena, Kaja Guma Mianko. Bobie Ansah, Berma Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can say, Kwabena, Kaja Guma Mianko. Bobie Ansah, Berma Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can say, Kwabena, Kaja Guma Mianko. Bobie Ansah, Berma Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can say, Kwabena, Kaja Guma Mianko. Bobie Ansah, Berma Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can say, Kwabena, Kaja Guma Mianko. Nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema bemeti garafuru kube puntimpuna si sokode. No wakanchira katabing say you. What you can say? Kwabena, keja guma mnianko. Nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema bemeti garafuru kube puntimpuna si sokode. No wakanchira katabing say you. What you can say? Kwabena, keja guma mnianko. Nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema bemeti garafuru kube puntimpuna si sokode. No wakanchira katabing say you. What you can say? Kwabena, keja guma mnianko. Nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema bemeti garafuru kube puntimpuna si sokode. No wakanchira katabing say you. What you can say? Kwabena, keja guma mnianko. Nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema bemeti garafuru kube puntimpuna si sokode. No wakanchira katabing say you. What you can say? Kwabena, keja guma mnianko. Nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema bemeti garafuru kube puntimpuna si sokode. No wakanchira katabing say you. What you can say? Kwabena, keja guma mnianko. Nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema bemeti garafuru kube puntimpuna si sokode. No wakanchira katabing say you. What you can say? Kwabena, keja guma mnianko. Bobie Ansah. Berma be meti gara furukube punti mpunasi sokode. No wakanchira katabing say you. Wati unkensen. Kwabena. Keja guma mniyanko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berma be meti gara furukube punti mpunasi sokode. No wakanchira katabing say you. Wati unkensen. Kwabena. Keja guma mniyanko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berma be meti gara furukube punti mpunasi sokode. No wakanchira katabing say you. Wati unkensen. Kwabena. Keja guma mniyanko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berma be meti gara furukube punti mpunasi sokode. No wakanchira katabing say you. Wati unkensen. Kwabena. Keja guma mniyanko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berma be meti gara furukube punti mpunasi sokode. No wakanchira katabing say you. Wati unkensen. Kwabena. Keja guma mniyanko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berma be meti gara furukube punti mpunasi sokode. No wakanchira katabing say you. Wati unkensen. Kwabena. Keja guma mniyanko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berma be meti gara furukube punti mpunasi sokode. No wakanchira katabing say you. Wati unkensen. Kwabena. Keja guma mniyanko. Bobie Ansah. Berma be meti garafuru kube puntimpuna si sokode. No wakanchira katabin se you. Wati unkensen. Kwabena. Keja guma mni yanko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berma be meti garafuru kube puntimpuna si sokode. No wakanchira katabin se you. Wati unkensen. Kwabena. Keja guma mni yanko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berma be meti garafuru kube puntimpuna si sokode. No wakanchira katabin se you. Wati unkensen. Kwabena. Keja guma mni yanko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berma be meti garafuru kube puntimpuna si sokode. No wakanchira katabin se you. Wati unkensen. Kwabena. Keja guma mni yanko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berma be meti garafuru kube puntimpuna si sokode. No wakanchira katabin se you. Wati unkensen. Kwabena. Keja guma mni yanko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berma be meti garafuru kube puntimpuna si sokode. No wakanchira katabin se you. Wati unkensen. Kwabena. Keja guma mni yanko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berma be meti garafuru kube puntimpuna si sokode. No wakanchira katabin se you. Wati unkensen. Kwabena. Keja guma mni yanko. Nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode. No Akanchra Katabin say you. What you can say? Kwabena, Keja Guma Manianko. Nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode. No Akanchra Katabin say you. What you can say? Kwabena, Keja Guma Manianko. Nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode. No Akanchra Katabin say you. What you can say? Kwabena, Keja Guma Manianko. Nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode. No Akanchra Katabin say you. What you can say? Kwabena, Keja Guma Manianko. Nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode. No Akanchra Katabin say you. What you can say? Kwabena, Keja Guma Manianko. Nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode. No Akanchra Katabin say you. What you can say? Kwabena, Keja Guma Manianko. Nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode. No Akanchra Katabin say you. What you can say? Kwabena, Keja Guma Manianko. Nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema bemeti garafuru kube punti mpunasi sokode. No wakanchira katabing say you. Wati unkensen. Kwabena, keja guma mniyanko. Nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema bemeti garafuru kube punti mpunasi sokode. No wakanchira katabing say you. Wati unkensen. Kwabena, keja guma mniyanko. Nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema bemeti garafuru kube punti mpunasi sokode. No wakanchira katabing say you. Wati unkensen. Kwabena, keja guma mniyanko. Nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema bemeti garafuru kube punti mpunasi sokode. No wakanchira katabing say you. Wati unkensen. Kwabena, keja guma mniyanko. Nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema bemeti garafuru kube punti mpunasi sokode. No wakanchira katabing say you. Wati unkensen. Kwabena, keja guma mniyanko. Nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema bemeti garafuru kube punti mpunasi sokode. No wakanchira katabing say you. Wati unkensen. Kwabena, keja guma mniyanko. Nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema bemeti garafuru kube punti mpunasi sokode. No wakanchira katabing say you. Wati unkensen. Kwabena, keja guma mniyanko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can say. Kwabena, Kaja Guma Mianko. Bobie Ansah. Berema Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can say. Kwabena, Kaja Guma Mianko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can say. Kwabena, Kaja Guma Mianko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can say. Kwabena, Kaja Guma Mianko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can say. Kwabena, Kaja Guma Mianko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can say. Kwabena, Kaja Guma Mianko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can say. Kwabena, Kaja Guma Mianko. Bobie Ansah. Berma Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can say. Kwabena, Kaja Gumamanianko. Bobie Ansah. Berma Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can say. Kwabena, Kaja Gumamanianko. Bobie Ansah. Berma Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can say. Kwabena, Kaja Gumamanianko. Kwabena, Kaja Gumamanianko. Bobie Ansah. Berma Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can say. Kwabena, Kaja Gumamanianko. Bobie Ansah. Berma Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can say. Kwabena, Kaja Gumamanianko.
Say no go for no.
Say no go for better tia no nti omu bebreki. E be bo hu deliverance.
Ade bi wa
fasting and prayers.
Ade bi wa nyame anim ni ya na mo ama Kristo som no. Aye bibi something.
Aye religion, Christianity, any e wasa yin kramofo de Muslims any e wo ye friend is a tradition.
Man kan ye.
Wo de ono so woni de. E bia wan kan ye simple.
Simple na ye nyina ye koya ni.
We nya de akra wo senke ye twi na man bebe do say. E twa mo fasting.
Mo ba ye hwe ba bia metie no bofo etu ajan yi a e fa me side ho. E bedru pares dom na chese ene ye wo kwado so nyina condemn. Say wo ba ba ha ni pa kwa.
We nya sembia.
Wo ba hwe da
because
omo bete ekwa say omo ba ho kra no bete moto we wa da me yende. Omo bete wa da me yende.
Yes sir, e bia jampanimfo kan se bi esi ni mu antimi wa etete wo nche e bia wo de abofo bi ebo ho ban no
so
ho but wo asori ma
sese me ne kwa me ye nam we ye ni hu Mugabe kura 10,000 NGC wo masai me aminu Mugabe 10,567 8 million NGC kura na Ansah NGC and nano mene no ko hwehwe bi ya charabi men sarafi
omu nyina kom de wo
ko na Moga no say that I can't be 800 bi wo
NGC ensuo yi na ya se nu ensuo
say Moga 10,000 kura no o mapa ba bi afa na 800 de be kan de number ye asame no so for di be o di be tu
o da dom ano ena edom no so we free ha anom na aka bom na ada wo ma no e bia wo de tumi bi edi wachi no eso wo fie entimi ma ho but edom edi wachi no ena se de mo ye ne te se no go for say ne o mo nso de on be ye any fasting and prayers yi no nso akoye spiritual warfare ahu na onwe yi a
meni na na ma ya
da bi twada de bi o
na unim de ehu kura se obehwe no wo mo to niam ne sa na afedi amgrofo kwati wu
na ma ko city news room
city news room ubenya duro ehwo na ye me problem oh but on a more serious note I think Sir Bishop Ajiasariti here mo bi na ada no I'm sorry yeah Kwame let's Kwame Zu wow me wonsa amanfo kasa Kwame Zu say senya JM a enka chebifo ne emwa ena numu nsuo ba hwe de omuye okroma so ena make say I am against those obu ha ofiri hohoi no age ntokwa na ma no ho obu ha ofiri petoi no okokubi saafo no na me dwa wo mo no yenja ma no gbopofo no nka wo mo asem and they have a case what you say ba hwe de chebifo yi wo mo chebi de okay wo de yi Kwame Zu de Kwame Zu kwa let's watch what happened dia wo
can't wear. You can't worry about me, you don't know how. Can't wear. You can't worry about me, you don't know how.
What you say? They took Kwame Zu. They feel insulted and they deserve an apology. I mean, it's just right. Obiba catch them and say, your friends are Kwame Zu no. Kwame Zu yes Emma for the political party and all that. But I think say you know me atransi asumdwe ntino. If Bishop Ajiasari is able to say so, me say issue about omra ahimfie ho no
abusumfie ho emra me yede
you know there me I'm against it. You know there emfaso bi ani so
omra abusumfie no omra me
omra me yede
abusumfie de no baba ye ho wo se waka asem agu mu hu fi kuro no hu fi a asem no ka no answer or retract wo twe asan se omra abusumfie no omra me ne kwan da abusumfie ne kwan da
ya no kra de me monko
na wo kwa ye dey.
But the point they say on also on na a chopper no on pani yi na obi a ntra ne baby.
On twin sign asem we simple asem a me kan ye no.
Mumfa
nche me. Said the first time we chire mu mumfa nche me. Na ni ayi ni fasting ye na de na fa yo mra ho no mo. O mra ho no mra me ye dey.
I think say o mu mienu nyina no o mu hia kasa kire.
Can't wear. You can't worry about that. Only you don't know how. Can't worry. You can't worry about that. Only you don't know how.
Me ko bie ma no a wan hwa amoantia no nyina me do mo nyina befra Mutano na mama na students no order about you
Can't worry. You can't.
Omo beka bia bi o me hu there ade bia o mo kasate bia no omo ye westerns ohun se omo kasate bia wo de komo they do westerns kwati asam kwa se firi omo nananu mu se ya de wo mu se ya ntete no omo parents unhu ade cry ha omo
eye omo dia ya
yes
but you obi dia o eye normal by you omo dia but eye obi fufuro dia o
and when you meet them and you look at them half be
half weight half weight
o ni pa mumu bia sa na obi kana asma no abetra Facebook say Christians ne de ayi kwamizu motwe kwamizu awia kete against his will me am chairman orofo swampofo na yes ade no
kobu nkotodwesu
omo koye no NDC we need election NDC we need election yen na catch am say ba onko na de ompe bia no wam se wo so amana se wo so betimi anante akokwa amezu fie akwakoche no edna bo ahemfia ne ahwe and your friend say because of a political DND because of a DND ye kwa aba and this being your votes almost to manis anybody who yere dan want to aba why must you entertain the person abra nyansa bi anim so if ebinuma ye bi yati kroma yewra otumfo o complaining ye say Gabi anybody atu adidi natem neboa ayi Jumbo na general secretary na so mo nyina akọ no mko pa achewo oti ase but Then I have heard people talking about, oh no, Boko, wa mention traditional council for the Kwamizu, Obo Chebia in Fiedi. Kwamizu, Obo Amwati. Was this a new John Mahama? And Kachabi for Nemwa and a Numunsu.
And I no go pono, a ye crow, Udru Chrome, Udru House, one way is a crow. And yet, I saw it down with Chrome. I saw it down with Chrome. Presby, Methodist, other churches. Churches were. I saw it with Chrome. I saw it with Chrome. What you say? And you can be before be Chrome when I said the person is offended. I mean, it's just right. No, so on the right side, or demanding for apology. I am simple. What will be now? Oh, can't quasi asem. Now, Mumunim Yacha. Mumum Pomunim Yacha. Messi me kwahwe post ndi na mse akwawe se ma so me humu kwati asema me ka kire wo mo no because it doesn't make sense. I mean atu obia we should treat every Ghanaian equally. And yes say atu we ya na me where I don't support enabra ena sa ne I mean basa de start no omo ankase omo so on patch.
Yes. Intinka bishop enya kasa tenten no wanya kasa tenten ni miracles no ena enwa say oh I'm sorry man can yi it ends there ye twa so obi akọ de baby finito
enwa no
obi akọ de baby no obi akọ tra ne baby
na akotwa 1 week fasting and prayers say attack e ba na no de
na ye say wo bo ho ban na me why na say onwa say I was 1 week fasting na just on one sorry by mo bo mo by
asori
wo mo to ade yi
ankoda wom e ma wom animfo wom bishop e was say oso ano because bibia timi si wiase de wiase no nyame wo ho na wiase abosom sem wo ho na niema wo ho bibi wo wiase niema wo ho enkoda wo wasori fie ema wo wasori fie mema wo wasori fie
challenge no
bibi wom challenge ti say wo nyame bi na wo kwakọ
na ma anyese memi no usuro ye bi emi emi
na me makoka no gopo mimi nkoka no gopo
meso me nkoka
na me to me nko Peresdom mimi ko bi dia na nka bia mesuro ebia archbishop di entimi no ba me ye membe ebia ho from akaka be fa me
meso me nko
mimi nko bi enti anu de ye Peresdom asafoma no wo sofo no wo manya but se de be ya peace be prevail ye mpesa choka akoyet said ye Christopher Peresdom Christopher.
Okay, so we have another picture. This is John Boadu. I will mention him fee. What you say? And I think Yera Asasura Asante hine. Nana na complaini. Enyo bia kutuma bi. Enye ni paketu bi ote baby. Yera ne complaini say Gabi ne Asante bedi atuo. Ede woman anu asini ho a se omu didi na tamuani. As to what are the crowd otumfo aya and for otumfo be free ne dem. Ede asem ababadwam. Na ordinary sa tren kwala wo emienu so no. Asem wo ho. What you say? Wamo siesie die but eyensen na ho mimi say a story me wo me ma na me de kire wo say these are the two guys ya wo di sa nkwasi asem no na ebeda ho ache ne ho asem beba da bi ho asem beba da bi na no na amwati ase emrebi osise Mugabe o se wan no akoka bibi se obi adidi na temo na wasoma nkrofo na eyemede pa kwaya Mugabe do mo fa so wo sata no mo radio gold ho kwaya do mo fa so wo compound wo no omo feel no mo side wo mo poma no mo kwasa sem ni
no mo poma no mu diso
kwaya Mugabe do mo fa so no mo side wo mo poma no nyina side pe ba bi fa so mo nanti o so mo fa ka o
okay but obi the message abase bishop no cry when the church on Ogopo town.
Oh, I see. Okay, Kofi Jokwe. Jokpe.
O say omo asori kra president asori wo no. No go.
Okay. All right. So you no gbogbo for omo ko Perez Dom. Right? Anameboa. You omo ko Perez Dom. Into at least it be for the sake of
church members was sorry ma because he say no yes akura sorry man no kura sorry kono kura no e kwa koya asem fufuro
but you know there say omo nyina ya abusua enti omo betra asomdwe mu but ena meka no we no nka I'm sorry no eno ano no nanka okay say Reverend Edu Asare
yeah Edu Asare e ma oba so no ekwa form
enkan ayin for so asma aka no ya ni nye ho yo na
but we are all witches and wizards. We are not supposed to be alive. We are not supposed to be by the Bible. So what happens to us? What do you want to do to us?
Please, I will not do anything to you. I'm sorry.
But the Bible says we shouldn't leave. We should die.
And the people in Teshi and Kwa, because they are not religious. That's why they are all one.
But again, that's again the one here. Yeah, in addition, you mentioned that you know a place that you mentioned a place that witchcraft is sold on table here at Nukwa. There are Bafu, I hope you know who are. There's Sumapani, all from the category, they are all this. They said they want to do. How for them, they want to see. So where to go and buy it? They want to buy it. They want to go and buy it some. So show them where, because it's on trace, who are selling. So you should show them.
Yeah. I'm saying sorry to you. There's no need for it. Yes. There's no need for it.
Mami no butu on whom so a prophetess.
Oh, okay.
Oba so no.
Oh, okay.
Wo Johnny Oba yade number 1 FM crash and sakwa be no onya 3 months kra.
Ana already say
so ho. Or your prophetess or one sorry. Or your soft.
But may I think say you wait me at Transumbium so Maya. I am sorry will do. Finito. No be a baby. We Obia send me a message. Must Commander, good afternoon. I'm enjoying your topic about religious tolerance and respect. But this is the second time the bishop has made an inflammatory topic about another religion. The last one was about Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. In other countries, such utterances has been causing religious conflicts, and I can't remember. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Minkai said Bishop Asare aye Bibia Sada. Now come now, Bishop's declarations of the fasting and prayer is insulting. He should know he has some church members. He should know Nimon to me wa at the Toma. All right, so Odivo Kwame. As my Anugusua come once me. Say Bishop Benye the need for no be on baby now. All right, so we are done. But Nanama me way Ansah was sorry ako. On say ensuo to talk. And we are not talking about roads. Nanama said you could not to today.
Yes, I'm good to 13,000 kilometers road.
The way a chronometer to Tunua, a man for the and your battle.
And yes, I'm good to
and you're the papa. The way a chronometer to Tunua. Obia and winning idea, say, dear. Sir, Achimota highway no. Apenkwa highway no. And you're from the no. And so the no.
Esro de no.
Nanama okohwe nsu a etai kwan no mu a. Okohwe nsu a.
Ai hon mo nsu to de ene enya sa wo kan. Side
oh say aba kwan no mu. It me tembe 3 days. It me tembe 3 days. simple because drainage no omunyim
emuasi
and obianu a nana ma oyo
highways for
but see akwaye mu atutu pa wo kroma de
ufri achim ugina achimota hoye ufri tesano na udu sa filling station na traffic after traffic light no e ba achimota kwabena baby a kwan apenkwa wono mu no a omu de cross twam e de fa overhead ne so wono mu
okay
ufri tesano na wo ban after traffic light wono mu no anu a wo ban no anu wo left say no wono mu na papa ye wono kwabena chese kwani fifi no se wa mo break amena bi eda kwani fifi wono na baby nso akwa
even Achimota police station
yeah
amna donko bi dawa o tene o left said there wo ko TS main road what Bobie bom
na old Peace FM hono no sa ayi ma 7 hono
sa run about hono
na hono no sa hono nto mo ye no hwianye yi ana
wonum say no so the cause traffic no
cause traffic ma me dwe kra me ntia ase hono mo no amna da ho ya chese ni ensuo to edi amena ne de dedamu pa
anadwo mu didi wo ho ana
cause traffic ma chese eya na sometimes kwa brade no crowd traffic ne start fra Achimota ho
dabio eya anadwo mu didi wo didi mu ana eyebo ya wo mu di fufuo tum di ana
sa highway authority ya na
they don't have money they don't have money.
But it's not about they don't have money because she traffic cause was
they don't have money. I am telling you. I've spoken to some of their friends, a highway authority for no.
But by election do the Kwabena yenya sika.
And you just be and just be a kumobi. Your friends say Achimota.
Because traffic has had the
MPO. Say DCU.
7 runabout from one traffic.
But was a Taifa Junction? Also, the other dam.
Taifa Junction.
Abu the way was here one a dam, and a dam.
Share Makwa ye dome, Kwabena he, my dome crossing one. My of a friend say, sir, bridge no, Cassiano. Na omo ye bridge ni wie no. Bridge no, mo ye kwan bridge ni hono. Chese wo free sa railways ni so hono no a wo de ba bridge ho asasane bridge na wo mo ye no se contractors na adwuma no mo de ma wo mo a ye ka cho so wo ye bridge ni wi a amena na da bridge na no de da bridge na chi no se mfilio enti so otoi no se wo free do me market na wo du wo tra railway ni so hono na se wo ba bridge hono ma ensu otoi no amena de da ho amena adwo asafo constituency ono abo address for constituency bridge na Kwabena mo ye no chese enti on se ekoso necessary traffic o because ekwan no esan sa amena na dededemu ni ntie no wo ye bridge ni wie no wo ma contractor adwuma wa ye bridge so wo ye bridge ni wie no ho no mo kakra na kokosi railway no ho no mo na obeye na obefili na yebegu no ye gya no ho no mo sa
so Prosper Dongo is talking about Pantan Junction to Pantan Hospital. Also, won't mean use road, no. Then Peter Osafo is talking about Dakuman bus stop. Also, the whole stretch. Dakuman, I don't know. So, him Dakuman.
I no crepa.
Dakuman bus stop.
Amana pa. Last week, Kwabena Pillar 2, Anajo.
Yeah.
Me kwamena me car to mu pan. Me tie. Anajo amapo mi kofi. Amena.
Oh,
enemy didn't kakra pin noise because abiasa.
Taifa ni Achimota ese constituency be ase.
Taifa ni Achimota ye friend say yi adwo asafo.
Sa
Dome Kwabena.
Oh, Dome Kwabena.
Dome se Taifa yi.
Ampa.
Achimota ana Achimota nka ho.
I don't know.
Achimota nka ho.
Okay, Taifa na ka.
Achimota nka ho.
Taifa na eye adwo asafo a.
Taifa Dome hono mo ko ni Kwabena hono mo ni nyina
hacho
adwo asafo
ye no ya
asho my estate ho
Saribotwe
no mo nyina ka ho
Saribotwe ka your friend say adwo asafo
okay adwo asafo constituency ni so pa
ka ho but minim Dakuma no yi but the way ekron no sia tutu
the
way
former MPP Penny Bay
Dakuma no ye hwan
Dakuma hono mo no porto no sha safety odoko
okay
odoko kwan de say ye kwanfo
ne right side I say we fit kaso awoba connection nti from odoko ha the first light sa atali no nanye
and odoko traffic light na se wono mo ano odoko traffic light na se wono mo no amena pa traffic light na se wo
the all the bad Dakuma junction so also traffic light na se no porto kese nko
wow okay so Prince Stephen Adam Babana will say Asharibotwe wa Medina. Okay, so Mohammed says, talking about road, I seriously wish I can have the chance to sue Belakwa company. Anytime it rains, those from Pram to Ashaiman and those from Temash Ashaiman can't move because Belakwa company is in front of the waterway. How? Where? I don't know the place. Now, Alexander says, Commander, I think it's about time. If one had an accident due to bad roads, there should be a lawsuit against the government for poor roads. Masa, Solomon Sampa says, Commander, I'm just hoping and praying for a by-election in those constituencies.
Unim say,
among for Bebrenua, na test to say. At the end of the day, there's a by-election.
He said, "You to an album person or MP." Ni mi say me nya by-election constituency am.
Nkape.
If just say story.
Komba ye ho nyina. Ayi ya kwan no. Ayi ye bibia.
Na by-election they say the Ghana be nya by-election. Hey, is it obi ampa e any by-election? What's one album pa ye?
Ya me nkumbi.
Any one na say na by election be fa so e ba say Asen North wo be enwu ba ye by election.
Nkanko Ashanti region. Nkanko ho.
E say de wo ye constituency a mpa e nya ne by election.
Now, Ben Gilo says, Commander, just come to Kaswato booth. A big manhole, pow, in the middle of the street. A big man.
E de demu bebre.
Aboti.
Na the aye is traffic de na cause traffic. Unim 2020 your friend say Paraku. Omo ye Paraku road no. E de kokofa estate nanim ho no mo akwa de kokosi Dr. Mahama ho. Just 2020 year mo. Koham me na de da sa akwa ni. Because
omo de eya bitumi no na komo fa kwan no so tete.
Koham me na ekwan ya contractor ye no say be na meti hwa 2020 ye Kwabena kohwa me na eda Paraku no mo na afa kokosi Dr. Mahama Edward Mahama clinic ho no kohwa me na ye de ho 2020 ya
na cha say ye mfa say ni mfie miensem
ai 2020 election year no mo ye sa akwan kohwa me na de ebi bebre
efro no mo nyina say o ekro no mu nyina say
enti ya na obi sase kwan na omo so omo yi ni kwan na omo yi to he
ekro no mu nyina say I mean baby bia ni wa obetumi a point say I say ose afenya to the Wenya road horrible na say cantonment ya no mahunu say wo mo de eye tractor mienu bia besi wo
say skafo mu de omo ya asphalt ama wo say high skafo ya be ye adwuma wa skafo ni akodaja ya josu
this one me fa dia ya kare
ya de say eja obeska mu na eja wo be ya adwuma wi anu akoda
obi asen me so say dance man inside the condemn
kwana say
condemn dance man. Then I have another tester here I say tema community 2 community 1 and a community 4 and when nyina condemn just say won't me nya kwan hwe banana the point is
e kwadwuma wotema community 1 community 2 yi e kwan di da musa
yes banana enti just MP wu ansa ne ayekwai
je say the Kwabena no ne da so je say the anu ane ani da so open development wo constituency dia I just a by election
say just Rashid Simoto we crowd ayehu
ne 5 bomu wu nso dia anke be simple crowd
enka 5 Kaudi and Kanyaminyan beten. And I'm Gazanka on fine share Ashanti region. Senka Sanity and confine share Nanki Ukron in your face. Because Asante Mampom now Jagapi every bampon and was sending me. Wabo a road be or sofagina a road at that Yanimua. Massa Oko share road no pa. Yes, Asante Mampom.
See, and you're because yeah, and 12 ampe development. They're normal.
Enti say ana ba kwa send na na ma ento aso
for to about development into who complaining.
Now, Moses say the road from Peace B Junction after 25 inside. Yes, Peace B Junction. Estate bi wo na yahometesem. What you watch na mepe video no mepe video ndia
me Kwabena de yema homete. Me de yema homete pa ye highway major road.
Look, fellow Ghanaians, look at this. Look at this. This road. Look, fellow Ghanaians, look at this. Look at this. This road was done in Dansoman not long ago by a contractor. Look, just one way. See. 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 Look, fellow Ghanaians, look at this. Look at this. This road was done in Dansoman not long ago by a contractor. Look, just one way. See. 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 Look, fellow Ghanaians, look at this. Look at this. This road was done in Dansoman not long ago by a contractor. Look, just one way. See. 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 Look, fellow Ghanaians, look at this.
Yes, ordinary you know, na efro, na agri. Ordinary na efro.
Kwan ya wo kan ye nche yo. Na wo hwe kwan no so a wuti wusi ye so de nche ye.
Yeah.
We nye kwan ya ye ache. Minister, member of parliament in the constituency.
Rashid Okwesi Nungwa More worse. Sika Kwesi Richard says Kaswa for road. Basa. Now Komla says there is no good road. Let me check. All right, so Peace B, Maka Peace B.
Nungwa
yeah.
Yeah.
Rashid says yes, they use dirty oil to construct that Dansoman roads. And it's true. Ordinary car. Na Akufado, what do money you? What do money? Now, Adesses from Aimensa to Damfa. Very horrible. This is the road that caused Lawyer Sosu to join his constituency to embark on a demonstration. Yeah, omoya so mbetino. That road no man.
Enye no mo ma contractor bi kwesi so.
Wo man ye. Omo seda, omo boa, omo seda. Omo man krofo ko keke.
Omo seda no omo mu da share
ya ni
man.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Ama Saman Kaswa Road or say a death trap. Ama Saman Kaswa Road. Bechele Gulf City roads down. Bechele Gulf City roads down. Horrible, terrible. Manya. Now Yankwa Kropon Township. Aya Kropon and Ekrapem. What is it? Ekropon. Yeah, Kropon. I am fear a video ni. I am fear anymore. Ekropon. Dokuya, yeah, Kropon. Baby, Samuel Kwakopam Dukiano. Wakopam Dukiano. Okay, so Obia send na kwesi apia was commander later kwapim rose was areho later kwapim was areho later kwapim
Ekropon Main Street. Ekropon Main Street. Ekropon Main Street. Ekropon Main Street.
Now Rashid says because of bad roads, most Bolt, Uber and Yango drivers don't want to ply some roads in Accra, Onko. Now, so now we need to have by-elections. Ansah ya kwai. All right. Ben, this is commander Dansuman exhibition and the market lane that leads to Palm Bluffs. It's a not very bad one. May God punish these our leaders. Okay, so but Nanama, I'm say a month for problem. They say no say wo MP enwu a enti Dansuman for so am so omo akwai ya e dey na so omo ye.
E so bompa so MP beko. So bompa say Dansuman makwan die. Say wo MP ankwa by election
and last week testify for demonstration, right? No, you have to
last week, yeah.
Last week.
Me yes, our story no wa.
Tesi.
Omo ye demonstration.
Enti akropon some person omo ye omo akwaya. E dey na so omo ye.
Na mo MP nko. Ene ekwan bi obefa so obeko bi atoje mo a.
Nyame nkumbi.
Ai.
Yo.
Onko before 20 to 24 elections.
Enti be bi to say akropon say enka ekwa left.
Ah, na
ekwa left.
Ai. That's CSC Ashanti region.
Left.
Na band ye friend is swami.
Any band man left.
Na ejigusa na by elections e koso.
Obi say Def Track Rose Jejanpo. Def Track Rose ewo Biaminu Sam George constituency. Sam George constituency.
Na yes lo usukura constituency nye na Sam George constituency.
Okay, so yango tesi Def Track odiande. The road from Mamfe to Kufurudia, another horrible place. Mamfe to Kufurudia. Chese, Uyen Bibia, now I'm a Wulomo, Atesi from Tublo to Mobile. Another horrible yard. Numo Ayala Wulomo. Numo Ayala Wulomo. So now Adakwa says year of Rose was declared by Bobie Ansah's classmate Amwakwata, but still nothing to show get with you. Wo get with you. Wo get you confirm in my classmate abe. We school kwesi ada na jo. Emra, we school kwesi ada na jo na headmaster ni wonti ya year certificate.
Kwabena Rose bebre ba some construct in a way.
It doesn't make sense. President Nawela says Pokuya Fiaman to Mayira Road, Ewo Trobu constituency. Terrible. Also my demonstrations are yaya Moses Enim NAMP or and this ano and tell what for Moses rather say
Ya mutumrem
mo ya mutumrem. Enti Mayira Pokuya Fiaman
Minimum Temma Community 8 1 street 1 dam Temma Minimum Temma Community 8 in Super Mohe 1 street 1 dam Mobo Keke Tema Greater Accra region Tema one street, one dam. Ow. Yeah, mobile. Yeah, we put the antenna in campo. Me maintain boso kasapo parliament da. And to quadie no a ginam. And to quasi wa parliament. No ginam. One shot tema community 8. A quamu penny. One street, one dam. Community 8. One street, one dam. Tema union tema committee 8. In Soto Amohe. One street, one dam. Yeah, mobo keke tema. Greater Accra region tema. One street, one dam. Ow. Yeah, mobo. Yeah, we put the antenna in campo. Me maintain boso kasapo parliament da. And to quadie no a ginam. And to quasi wa parliament. No ginam. One shot tema community 8. A quamu penny. One street, one dam. Community 8. One street, one dam. Tema union tema committee 8.
Tema committee 8. Tema committee 8. Na Radinyanko Jesus Christ. All right, so Touchman. Now Alexander Kwesi says I've heard that the MPs of the MPP party are all ill with BP. Okay, unkwana ni media minim. Now Muhammad Gerard says, "Boy, I'm watching you live from Saudi Arabia. May Allah bless you and your lady in the studio." Right, so thank you. Now, Wisdom says Santor Gate to a J Kwajo. Santor Gate to a J Kwajo. Minimo ye. One street, one dime. And TM fan say, baby, to say, come to 8 say, and come to 8 for you now, best rather say.
Yeah, Mutu.
Almost rather say.
Yeah, Mutu.
Almost rather say.
Yeah, Mutu.
Mo.
I don't know you are more MP.
Mo. Yeah, how I'm saying why, Carlos? Tema Central, why?
Tema Central, one I am.
MP. Can you make money when you shit? Can you make fast? Tema Central, why? Tema Central, why? I don't know. I'm just a year nationwide demonstration.
Kwabena demonstration be and one my bet.
Hans Naughty.
Demonstration
be also glad and company was himself.
Demonstration be and one my way, just a year mutu.
Yamutu Miramo.
Demonstration be and one more. Or be better when the constituency.
Okay, so I'm saying Eastern region issues really serious. So Obia send himself from Manguasi to Adoso.
Eastern region.
Manguasi to Adoso. Okay, talk about that. Say secondary regional office runabout, secondary prisons runabout. Nina manholes. Wow. Now Bismarck Arthur says Commander Tema West.
Carlos Ahenkra.
Tema West Carlos Okay, so kwesi techise Nino ye Tema Central. All right, so Nino okay, so Tema Central. Obviously from Casa Preco Company to Coca-Cola Company. That's a Buakwa North.
Tema Central. Asen North.
List to across Yves Asen
North, yeah.
Oh, think how for the best year, rather say.
Yeah, Mutu.
Almost here, rather say.
Yeah, Mutu.
Because I didn't know, say, Mamusa.
Oh, when you by election, dear
Michelle Camp, Gombaria to Michelle Camp, Gombaria to Michelle Camp, Gombaria to Michelle Camp, Gombaria. Come on for more, sir, area, mon send you videos. Mon send you videos near Jumasisia. Obisi, young fire ni, Emma Temakom to 16, 17. Nititru Sakumona Estate Junction 17 runabout. Wasu betmi aye nkra ne nkrante kra wo kwanu mu. Ose tutu sphincters.
Ka mo obia.
Debi. Ka mo obia. Now okay, so from Old Ningo to Chopoli. Now they tell us say MP nye road. But say MP wa any roads. Tienka say omonkoye. Name no wo kwai asai bebia no so okoto na bompa ya se awurade se
ya mutu
obusi awurade se
ya mutu
mo panyame on said ho anuonyam na on kan ko left no ho titru
awurade
bo
sie no yesu
o si ya mutu ya mutu
MP ya mutu
ya mutu
MP ya mutu
ya mutu
mo panyame MP ya mutu mi hia ba election e wo me question awurade yeah rules awurade yeah rules awurade MP yeah mutu MP yeah mutu MP yeah mutu
ajiasare yeah on my bini Jesus Christ hi ila
Iyai
okay, so from Elizabeth, let us say from hold on, Elizabeth. Hold on. Konyo babo dem ka ho sa obey ya bodam. Obey wa bodam. We ekase. Akwabi. Madam was en kase. All right, so Ogboron Kasa say Kwabena Asaman Kase Odan Road. That's Lower West Achim. That is Lower West Achim. Patrick Nanako Mensa. Okay, I say Commander, there is serious bad pothole after Mokpa Church to Mankranso. Mokpa. No, what were
simple.
I can't be in your soul. Oh,
Empire baby.
Yami.
Unya by election.
Oh, Kromda.
Abraham Kase.
To be firm. Don't go Krom, a from place, township, Yamutu. I men's. Was it don't go Krom, dear? As a kufa no much manso. Just what a mouse me. I'm rolling on the floor. You roll. All right, okay. Jagapi, also Kwabena tell Nanama I'll build a church in Asantumampon for her. All right. What is Maria Adam, my MP, RIP. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Minim the constituency no. Minim.
What do you so?
All right. So let's do Prince Stephen Adam Babana say ni hometown here Akokwa Amon Edweso constituency. I see. Na Babana wo
ya mutu. Edweso ne dia hia.
Meba ore to. Edweso constituency John Kuma.
Edweso dia say John Kuma.
Na Edem Babana.
Ono kra dia rest in perfect peace.
Edem Babana.
Kwabena rest in perfect peace.
Edem Babana oni Edweso. Ayede no go free Edweso.
Sebe ya be free Edweso.
Na ma. Babana Edem ye de no go.
Sebe dofo no dey say di omo ni kuruma no. Be dofo no. Hwe so mame.
Debi. We me ya hu nipa kro. Wa haidi no. Wa hai.
Ba se odi free Edweso na ba ye de.
Wa brochirempo.
Se no di se onu so brochirempo free Edweso. Se be ya be free Edweso.
Yeah.
Wo be free Edweso. Edu a chan krom. Rest in perfect peace.
Enti akwan no mo ye no he.
Me de Kwabena ye nim baby omo ye kwan.
Eva na omo ye kwan no.
Is de baby omo ye kwan baby aba election ikoso.
Okay, so Shama Junction to Nyakrom in Shama district, Western region. Shama Junction to Nyakrom in Shama district. Shama Junction to Nyakrom. O can say ya omontio. Who did you omatama and komate?
Say we de o kwane boko.
Who did you omatama and komate da. But when they on phone. All right, so I will do Muhammad here with us on Facebook. Also a chair list. All right, so this will join.
Any banana there is still corridor. The Adani amana. Any is corridor. The minya.
Ade usro.
Any what the other day.
Ade usra.
Maho pa. Say omu kon ayomu ye hu demonstration here. You say kwado ma baby. Omu say abansi say ma.
So Vincent Tete is here. Vincent Tete said Dome Crossing away.
Enu na Kwabena me kano do me crossing do me ayi adwasa for constituency
oh
oma ye do me crossing no oma ye your friend say bridge on say gata kese nsuo kese atwa kwa na omo ye bridge
okay
na eno an say contractor no ye bridge ne fa kwa ni fifi
okay
o ye kwan na hanu mu no a left here tukoye right here tukoye anti traffic do me crossing
okay
traffic
okay
do me crossing
okay
enya asem ketwa wo
all right okay so do me crossing baba now say ne mame ne free edweso all right now Tema West such says Tema West Intinka Tema West from Messi Rade say
ya mutu
Messi Rade say
ya mutu
pia your friend say so we have acoustic debaka here na no just say achim unhunu bad road ho
achim
but oka achim na because achim so right achim so nti
so oma ye kwan no a domu a de akosi sa achim no ebia sa enclave mu ho no mo no e fa kokosi
MVP ni be na be ka say akwasi amakwata ye ne kuro mu akwai
ai
no am say women national women
ai women organizer na ko kan ya ke jamfu na ko kan ya say office road minister die no ye ne kuro mu kwa na wodi no
yeah
ai ke jamfu na kan
check mame check
kan o say amakwata office road minister na wodi no ye ne kuro mu kwa na wodi road minister
ba say nyo no
ni wa ye ne kuro mu nyina
omo a say ya busua Ohinba Rasford say the roads are built in Chebi. That's all. Okay. So Acoustic says thank you, Mama, for the roads you gave to us at Offenso Town roads. Papa. Adama says Jomoro roads are all bad, but I don't want my MP to be Yamutu because she is trying her best. Rebio almost say me and Kase MP so we agree. So just say MP Yamutu bem.
India. They say they want kwade aye nya kwan papa nti.
Asante Steven o say my MP Sunyan West RIP ya mutu. Kwana mpuntu mra. Say sa number ya ne dia.
They say why e bosom. Enti kwama mpuntu mra.
No, but you have a president, a 78-year-old man or 79 years. The only thing he understands is recklessness. Ene o man mpuntu ya dia propaganda. What I say, on my point to idea propaganda at the age of 78. What are you looking for? You are stealing the monies, and when baby or baby no was excavators go. Vida Akatase West, we really need by election. Or saying I'm saying I'm maintaining Bible. Okay, so Ashima, New York, Washington, aviation, and let me check. And Peace Land. Or say all roads are condemned. Ogboro says there are bad roads at most places in the eastern region, from Asamankase to Nsawam. Road is terrible. I went there to observe my late father's 1 week in Kwabena Nyezi. Okay, so I want to see Monse Kwabena Beshem Meduma, Kumasi Meduma to Amwaku Junction. Kumasi de Anyo.
Na nyena Asante Kwabena. Enye na MPs ni nyina ya press conference o mko constituency ani yebu omuntutu.
Kwabre. Areho. Baby your friend say ahofe dwamna
efiri no
dabi kwabre nye ya president ahofe baby ahofe kwatra ko kachira
so omusu bo omu empintutu
ahofe
Kwabena yanti
Mr Nice Man
yantu abampe development idea they say no ebra be development ye ya mutu by election. Enti Ashanti region there say by elections dodo pa na be kwaso onu pa da Kwabena e beto akwaso ayemobo.
Acoustic say Eastern Corridor roads now looks like Ketiamo in here. Na engrofo so na ashamu afo besu mo kra ya dia soja fo obro mo ye heroes beni so mo de mo pekwa dia dey e ka kufado but na ma sad ni se omo tutu ekronum Ghana nyina we
e de omo sa ko bo ha pan
ya omo tutu kronum nyina onim se and unimade ya me ya with this Akufo-Addo led administration. And the ma wo mo ahya ase no ubuso mo omutimi nwie 1 One. Sir, Papa Penmuti so. Well, sir, or more to Takrade, a market circle. Sir, interchange,
interchange.
Minim, sir, Omunye. Almost said that a jama, John Mahama Keke. Yeah, that is what they are doing. You be jauka. They are stealing the money, but they won't do the projects. That is what they are doing. Dear, John Mahama, a year, you know, and no money didn't talk well, see any. Unless Bobie, Brabasha also answer anytime on roads. That's Adenta Madina area. Or say bra nefu ani be ade. Enti one more kasa enwie bi o. Debi. One more kasa enwie bi. Say your school dan a normally John Muhammad dey see ani. Dey almost ase no busa na o say anya ne ye no. 7 years. Okay, so from Suhum to Akrabu Road. Suhum to Akrabu Road. MP Buafo.
Yeah, mutu.
Say dom the ban dom their source.
How much see a cracker?
Alright. What nam puntu omra?
Konem puntu omra.
Say tasi interchange no.
Nungwa
Interchange. Esiwo.
Yase China for na se so mukuku no mkakanko.
Into wasai kuro no.
Wanu wɔhwɛ sɛ ni loans no wo ntimi ntua ni loan ɛmu ekɔ adidi ma ya wɔn sɛ ngya bi
wasai kuro no wasai no baby asai
kuro ndia wasai
kuro no baby asai
7 years ni project bi ara na ado commission ye bia ye project do Mahama na start
yes munke voice no
ba se na ado ankasa se shortcutting se school hospital road ebinsi 7 years ni binsi
mawie
ebinsi ye. Okay, nanu bi ebetina ha na ye ka agenda 111.
Yeah.
Ye ni abere na ye hidro Mahama hospitals no.
Yeah.
Hey. Ye say pressure omo dey see contractors ni so. So omu nwi agenda 111.
Dabio, o wi ase boa ye nyina. Bi mi Bobie mi wabusua wo Ghana. Eya na ye ekufado nom say ebia obi ye otan o. Mi hu de nti aha om. Obi ka cho say ye mpuntunyuma. Wo say ye otan. Ye otan say minya benefit every so enti Swami MP RIP in advance.
Amen.
Swami MP RIP in advance.
Ya be na ase asole kure awufu oso.
Omuye because we would
on namo because nana say there say obi benya mpuntu a because say
ade a say free baby obekaya ya damfo ya ofa ya de nyina Chemati Ejako.
Yes.
Okoni Krechi.
Yes.
Before so John Mahama had given a contract to a company. Merefi company ni di. Ba minim owner no. Na oye na djuma. In fact, oye ya bedru bust. Pepepe.
Enimu ho.
Aban sesan ya na omo se o wonya bibia nto na omo ba be review contract na. Eno na osafoma for kromfo no. Oboka $10 million to investigate the contract. That
those roads.
They didn't find any fault. Not an iota of fault did
but
they
find.
But
$10 million.
Omo discano. Yeah, who ni po investigation no. Yeah, who omo examine here. Till date.
Report no no say wa report no be ko tieska.
I ko tieska na koje. You can kwasi ase wu say papa penmu Jimmy. O kan kwasi ase say ya. Oh, then you come back to ni wo no owu ya immediately na contractor no should go back to site. Kwabena says how time I dey contract na man no na cement here 20 cedis and 35 cedis to be very realistic to the price of cement at that time.
Yeah.
Now ko na nima could do saying. Enti no osa call back to site ekoye adwuma no. In fact, baby ana nka ho nyina no afei omo so wonye. Kobusa contractor ne so omo twa ne car na.
Eduma bebrebe o ya wo constituency.
Mesi ko ne ko busa nso o matwa ne.
Bepe me say e ka say.
I'm not to speak for him.
Bepe say e ka say.
Mesi ko busa no. Enu ntina contractor na o call kumawu no wo sua nyansa say mo wa ha de a ye be ye de adada nkofo na mo free ho a ye be sese no makọ.
And they are doing the same thing in Asen enough.
You see, Kwasiani tia agroni gu. Kwasiani ni tia. Say Akufo-Addo no na adwen ye say onu nim nyansa. Na ye Ghana fo ye nkwasiafo. Tipanifo bu be say Kwasiani tia agrogu a. O ka che say wo na wo ye wo say wo gina ho no hwe ye na wan hwe ase na wo kwasia no. E che de onu no e kwasia. Na wo adwen ye so ye kwasia. Eti sam paibo a say MP ngu no. Ekwa bi so no ache dodo. E say Kwasiani ite. Because empini wu kura wi a se no dia ye ne se empini wu a wan hwe kwan no mo nya den
omunye niye
on ba be om de da kra no mo de bibia pete so sapetin aya nye oti ase enti wani betie no na ekwan no wete sam
asai
hwe Kwabena, sometimes we discuss issues and people think say ebia we are just being personal at persons be.
Yeah.
But you have to only be personal. Because you have to juxtapose that of John Mahama to that of Akufo-Addo's. And perhaps even if you want us to go back in the days, we can do same. When you say, Ebia, yeko a champion abreso. Akufo-Addo yawo, sad time no. Men kan no kwa. Ese do keti anum ka ho.
Yeah.
Almost ade a champion ye no. Or say o man no. In fact, utie omo analysis na, you are likely to be convinced to say ampa so na a champion say man no. Because Ghana, wo we ye hu ne ye de nenam wiase a, ye mobo.
Yeah.
Na wakwaji broni be say o sie ntua. It is any power we. Onu de o de aginamu ema omutikuo say omo be fight against a champion ampa a champion koyi ene se e ka aban hodo a wo ma ba abaye development e wo my we mu a we champion free wa
yeah
enye ye
even SASNet a
housing project so no wo dey hwe na Greek policy operation feed yourself.
Yeah.
These are two prominent policies. Aban bikra yes or the sanyoma we mienu sinani so a me did say on my way ye ho be hen.
But you see,
now comes after that long years no another president called John Mahama who decides that look, America is America because of infrastructure and systems. Until then I may infrastructure no, because if you don't put infrastructure in place now the system be about it will fail. For example, we dey for agric sector keke. Madokoko aso doso mate mahata menya cocoa beans. How does the cocoa beans get to Tema for shipment? Because haulage no. Se wo kofa car now they kofa na cocoa ni gungure ma ebe na masasaba.
Yeah.
And so let me get it right. And with a policy called cocoa roads. You see how a visionary leader would think. Oye cocoa road so by our some how to. On crown kasa how to cross stop work. They investigate. And ne kromu kra na John Mahama ehu nyansa say assassin no sebi ensuo toguso ewia bono. Enti say bitumi na wo so a with time no car tie faso wait no eti yanya ade a se ebi a wakoto book na book no wo hwe ebetetia yeah the solid tape those times near the solid tape near the afa ho enu nti na John Mahama started say oye asphalting eti said the other solid tape efa kwan no so nti so togu so a lace no ene ayi ni nyina no esuo de be wash with time ebe with the shortest possible time ensuo nyina so
yeah
etu hwe kwan na no mo ye no as a vein a gata than her ensuo
slopes
so a slopey enti u bon say ensuo togu so a na ade no kra no asphalt no eti say rubber enti ensuo gu so a na pe ba bia afa enyina so nyansa we u buy a they should halt, they should stop work. Wo so can say stop work yi when you sketch John Mahama ko hwa kwan ye wo doko basa bibia there is nowhere in baby crampa yen ka say yen elite community a you see the whole Ghana and the most elite community no kwamna potholes e wo within Ayawaso West Wogono. I see aye kwan no. I am besho. Don't mistaking this ekwan aye we chira.
American embassy.
America for na aye. Any government of Ghana. American your friend is embassy no. Omani magu asese oba your embassy aye kwan afa so. Omo na aye.
Oh sir.
China ni bi ye kwan bi wo Jowulu. Uko Jowulu. Omo ye kwan no ba bi a access rules no. China ni wakosi ni factory omo nim say ye be ye kwan. Sesi ya uko Jowulu sesi ya baby high tension ni wona. China ni na ye. Na say omo say akwa bi abene na ho say obetwitwa picture say aban ni ye kwan. China ni na ye ne kwan. Bibia ni wono ma omo ye. Enyo omo na ye. This woman who so be ye bibi.
Osimwe.
Ete said ye akwa bi ye ne factory a omo call say so omo ama na anya one day so one factory a.
Yeah, omo mani.
Oh, in picture. Omo commission man I said then. Obi ye on factory.
I think it's a central region, oh baby.
Debi ono kura de ne de. I ha me kwaka no makochi na kopa.
Bakubisu central region.
Madafu no.
Anybody be complaining openly.
Me no man no. I heard makoka.
Omo de question one district one factory.
It's sad. Yes. It's sad say Ghanaians are not asking very simple questions. Akufodo went to me begina bedwam gusa Prof Samuel say neskane we ya. Why can't we ask him same?
Ubu say same on the odidi natem.
Say it is so hwinim. Oh, so it's worrying. Ekwan say you can't the troubles that Ghanaians go through in respect of say ekwan nya. Kwabena ubedie mia because so kwan nya. Nana ma say there be obeto shocks. We say okra de tema motorway no. To krona abedi dem no obeto tie obeto shocks
yaw
uti anye ya
motorway de enko
uti anye ya mompa ya ankantiri mu a
enko ho
sese obekwa akwasha menem
enko ho eho de enko ho oh sese motorway almost 3 days bia boom
accident
sese so 3 days
accident
oh
every blessed day I see an accident on it me the other bia mafa so bia me hu accident
oh eho
every motorway no so time how they commute into na won accident every blessed
cut me as because say amra no bi wa say na ma phone
and I will be text you say accident so
oh
okay say baba Ibrahim apart from baby or no and you see these are things that you can tap into someone's technology easily what dey dey ko see honum na wo ye no ye wade bi e friend hard concrete you say cement you on high quality you go wa na wo ena wode ye bepem ne e ho ntutu ye baby aban de saa omo bitumi ni we ko gumu no hwede aye esu to ya horoko etisa mimi ni akufo do a edisa nyame ya just go close to baba Ibrahim Mahama e na de ye ya hanum de entimi ntutu ye a ye de ye
ni pe omo ye omo anibre de omo awia nyina ya chi no Mahama family no ye omo anibre
onye
dabi
onye
dabi
wa wo so wa say your friend is saying to na wa gunu no enkofo mo be fa won nuama ye goods in transit every temaport edi ko Burkina landlocked countries ni nyina no omo nam ye kwan so kwa me taxpayer no metua sika ka ni fa nya kwan na wonim nyansa ekufo do nyansa dodo kwakwa na nyansa wonim nyansa che kwakwa nyansa eni nipa e wo wiase nyina wotimi ma sankofo ne be sesa your friend is omo nuama di gu cars akese mu odu chenga na cars ni ese ya kwan
Uria
cross highway
Uria say mimi ntua ilebi na yemfanya ekwan no na Burkina ni no ne
emefaso
ni je Togo Nigeria emra ma mefaso na onim de ya ema akufado ekasa eye abufu say ubeti no kura me apart from me test studio atie no oye a TV ni speech kura mintie bi da me mpem kwase asem owia no ase aka kire I believe in Ghana. Then I ask myself, why won't Crawford would treat ye say? Why won't Crawford, yeah? Nana, say unim, motorway no, Burkina, Niger, Carson, on yard, I take a quite fun, half. Say first, but not accidents, no. The Omuduko room. say accidents ni bebre eye cars ewura tracks na se Sadiasa. Oh yes, Adiasa. What type pa ya wo so pe ba bi de agina. Na unu ase serew. Most of anajo ya makoto nkrofo a omo awuwu nyina eye cars ya ewura because ni je cars na anajo bo so ma pack wo ekwa no ebu wo ne tokura wo kwam. Obia nka wo ase obia nye wo ase wonim se no yem no time no mo ye project bi wo motorway na no a no de service eye ba bia as a trucks trucks na pull it college
way no omo way
yeah omo buy no mbegu no because first one na amaho no security ne light
you can't carry up to a certain amount to be on the road
omo buy no mbegu no wo cars ye pack na se cars no entua to na mom no obi a oton ade e wo cycle ntua e-levy na for ye to e magana ni Burkina form car me faso no we are no asia as than one car change I believe in you we kwasia straight I'm sorry we kwasia
me I don't have to say sorry to
we kwasia say wutimi then when Nigerian TV so kasa asem no kire me say how can you give access to a Nigerian new your airport amo say yesikako
yes
now what's your issue statement
that story no cry
sir
momo ka bi buano to make it look as if say Nigeria ni na ya adwuma ayakufo do na business
yes we dey yem for this but some the Nigeria for na be front Nigeria ni any for Ghana ni front na Ghana ni bi
onya bi won fa Ghana ni meye na o metene to
and what
go for no Gucci na meye
very good what say Nigeria for owie omo na ye yie ohwe Ghana ni businessman na ni mu aka che say I believe in you believe in me how what about that are you mad abra kina farmer ne other pharmaceutical companies wo wa enka wo dey for contract ne ma wo mo no omo nye no omo no nya yie
kwamna contract on farmer no Gucci enema bebre ho no ma omo import de buy omo se bebre asen because omo anwisu wo hwe age reporter logistics bebre ho no mo a omo se warehouse asen but send me frontiers enye ye niema no ye logistics no mu use ye omu use omu de and say no Gucci because first one omu ye report about so omu nya $16 million na Ghana de ewu mu ye $1 million after that 16 million na omu declare the aka ya anti hwibiem and say no Gucci na ye na say $30 million so say $50 million e cost state ni confess
wo de omu kura ncheni e wo kroma ya omu ncheni
omu kura so ncheni no Gucci state institution akwa ban account but frontiers no lead you da wo so say Nigeria ni na wo na hase na ya adwuma na de akogu wo maka
say din no na frontiers
okay frontiers
and wa frontier ma mo
enti wo ji say sika we ni wi a na wo twa e-levy se Ghana fo
ntia
e-levy Ghana fo ntia
that family
so
that family
as a down
unim say over MSN run and who said gender minister at press conference says school feeding no from 97 up 20 pesos no more they can
1 cedi 20 pesos
20 yes they said one they can we 20
almost so money
20 pesos yes
for the mo 3 cedis Kwabena just ask yourself say yes say ye ma oba aduane 90 pesos what you fan say 1 cedi caterer na o ye adwuma no there was so nyamfa so kwala no mo ye adwuma in the end enyoma na ye to no Jomahama penso a na Jomahama se o mo 80 pesos per child no ene no sa nyoma no ya quadruple ne price
4-5 times
o de fa ne say 4 times into 80 pesos no fa ne say na sa bre no kra na eso mo a ene how are you able to manage 120 one cedi 20 pesos. How are you able to manage? Ask yourself, say, inflation na wo aban what cause amana akoso trade no. Sa inflation no. Se ono caterer no. Wose wo de no air charge per header. Enka ye time sen. Inflation e ba from na 41%. Ana
list to where?
41% no. Jomahama time na inflation ye saying. it was somewhere around 15%.
Yes, started this year, yeah.
And Ukraine is
a bro, one more bro kasai. First quarter from January. Say a bro no bag no white maize no. Now bag no 550. They say 1,000 Ghana cedis.
So
bro.
Oh yes.
Twice the price.
Kumasi Ilansha no up all the sorry. Oh see I bro.
Twice the price.
550 almost 1,000 Ghana cedis. A bro.
What you say?
A bro and nkura di ni more. And a moon kwa na me say shada nyes abat.
And you hear funny say.
So we a bro no January from January year to yeah story am say best a month ago. Say January year bro no bag no na 550 say 1,000 Ghana cedis.
John Mahama personal bro near 120 150 between 120 and 150.
Say 1,000 Ghana cedis.
And
it's all kinds of what
80 pesos. And you see, when I was watching the lady, I saw the stupidity. You see, you are trying to juxtapose 2016 to happenings. 2016, no, bro now moto editor milk, sugar. Now the boy is saying, tell us the prices. Then you tell us the price of today, and then you are telling me something that makes sense. Ya somehow just your platform amount. Say brand never can kwasi asem. And so your bent no, we have to forgive you.
Me wa rice bi am to me de ye mutu nko afi.
Now kasa asem we
2021 sa rice no. Valentino eno de just a mutu onum sa na ameto. 2020 anya broken. 2021 year December mu November December. Eye sa 5 kilos ni bi. Na eye 32 Ghana cedis. Say the last time I caught Toby, 72 Ghana cedis. 2021 to
So how much was it?
Valentino, 72 Ghana cedis.
So it's twice the price.
Yes.
More
than twice.
That is how you calculate food inflation.
Compare John Mahama, that's it. Listo.
Now they compare
2016. They said
2016.
No more for
2016. Say now we just get 1,000. Now that's what you get 1,000 now. Busa who say?
Oh.
How much? 1,000 80 year 2016. And then bet me. And even 1/3 of the now the Sabrina. It's sad and it's worrying.
20 pesos. And IMF report to me can offer.
Now what Busa say?
President was submitted and say we increase school feeding. We read the IMF report. Can offer name or submit a woman say flagship programs when we review. Now your friend says school feeding no when we increase your womb 20 pesos.
Anyway,
before the waiver, before the school feeding ba. Papa bia no oda ano. Amakutu na nkopon fa ne crazy. Me am papa no. Na boni de me unse we papa no na ai boni kra.
Yeah.
Eno kwose sa binsa gogomi wom.
Yeah,
binsa gogomi wom.
Fako.
Na odi koi.
Sa gogomi wom.
Na gogomi wom.
Ogodi ayare. Abongola ayare.
Oh. And President Kufo one tenase kura hwe say ye friend am wakoto for ye prepare college ni. Dabi. And so what?
Quick.
Oh, you know, senior. No, you can't do this in my government. I'm sorry. Bepim ne sama kra tankofo. Enso kofo se amoyin.
We dia
na we no wo dia ye papa wo dia opa ye papa e wa kufu ado aban mu wo ne ye bepam.
Home common baba bedi no about witch hunting Domlevo Asen Central under radar. I'll be back live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show. But my main chama de bia last week na me nua Gordon Ansah bedi akon onua da bia me boba akọ de akyerew na mabusa se na eye yenko tie hope adoye how I know describe John Mahama say Ansah ne nyina ye be dru ba bi se ade we enye no maybe ese ye ka kai eye ye ho mo bia ti ase
na kwa Mahama ye promfo. He's a thief. Bribe collector. What jib bribe to say you know. Na ka whole president who bet ma kwa jib bribe ba na Ford expedition. So cheap.
That's a wall doing 600.
So cheap. Napa, Mahama ye from 4. He's a thief. He's a thief. Bribe collector. What jib bribe to say, you know. Na the whole president who bet to make jib bribe na Ford expedition. Ford expedition. So cheap.
That's a wall doing 600.
So cheap. What does it? Eti Charlotte said here. Me enemy tia yarega. And I'm say, Nyankopon, o so. Nyankopon egasi o. Do Muhammad tete sika ma no odi nsɛmfo. No odi nsɛmfo. Hasan yarega. No kase tia Kufuado. No kase tia Kufuado. Yesi pedu register. No gbeja bi no odi atem. Hey.
We nyina si wo kroma o. Even with this Ford, Seminia Gordon ATMia, even with the Ford issue, where investigations were conducted, yes, state institution are clear, John Mahama. Na yanono nkahu, but state institution are clear. Your friend say, and then me kwon boko akwawe your friend say, BCU. Say, I'm going to your state institutions. So, Kufuado no na timide ne pe. Say, wo McLeod, BCU. McLeod. Ayi Bugri Nabu chere de Okum Adams Mahama. Kufuado say mo onu otiko McLeod. That is a Kufuado for you. John Mahama de no crowd there. State institution strategy no investigating.
In the case of Bugri Nabu,
yeah,
the confession,
yeah,
say Roxy Bukari.
Oh, tape no.
Any your friend is saying Otiko Jaba.
Yeah.
Any Kum Mahama Adams.
Yes.
Kufuado Babonti will say, oh, they have apologized. Now, what is more apologetic? Sir Obi Abrantie Nimdini Nyansani Tesa Gregory Afoko. Afoko Nuya. Yeah, onima de ne ho ma chimpo.
Yes.
Yeah, boy ya na no ayese boy ya. Ekwa ne wo ayi ye fe ne sen.
I think
Kwame Nkrumah tikase show so.
Okay FM.
Okay FM. Kwame Nkrumah na ye interview no. Na boy ya na no ayese boy ya no. Wono say owo Tamale Hospital. Na Mahama Adams catcher ono ne say eye Afoko
Gregory
ene kun no. Eno keke ene de kochi Gregory.
Yes. Where the Bugri Nabu
na kasa babejoma beka. Yeah, durate no.
Yeah.
Say Roxy Bukari. Meanwhile, Otiko Jaba. And that same time now same see you know. Ayi Kamaldeen ono so eduoche no. All those voices I have it on my laptop. Or say Joy FM. Or say 3 minutes to the death of Adams, no. Adams' friend catcher and said his life is at risk. And he fears for his life. These are the words.
Yeah.
He averred on live radio.
John Boadu Bakaye. Sir, or no Odru Tamale Odru baby guy no one Ansah na guy ni ewu. You know John Boadu, not John Boadu Boga, not John Boadu moko job.
Yes.
Boga.
Oh. So
na de ntia ma me bo we no. And I know na unua God na sarbedi akon. Ofre wo so ye nyina ye nua no and me ne consensus be gitum. Already issue about they were you see addressing penifone bi. Me wa God no no ya adwuma on one FM.
Oh, did he say that?
God na sarbedi akon. God na sarbedi akon atwa oman na FM ho, atwa Canada Japan ho, atwa Gabo Chidako, atwa sa kwasiafo we nyina, kwasiafo pa ya de wo ye hwe ye we nyina. Atwa boy no oyusu, wato kreto ase ofiri mampon no Kwabena kwachi o say aboa no. watwa wo mu nyinaa ho
na no osiden
say Akufo Addo na ye chebini udidi chebini ukase tia chebini a wakase tia Queen Elizabeth.
Oh, God in Ansah chesa.
Na hame me kura de hame o.
No, did he say that?
Oh. Minia God in asem na hame say. Enkrof met me abon krofo God no omo nam a tape. Met me abobi a tape ma kuma wo kroma. Me see this week kaminya so bia make me abom nyina tape sa kwa kosi. Listen to yet de hosiando mama ya kromfo. Kromfo woni me say man FM ana your friend say abronye ne se pro ne se kankan san no ne hu nkuda ne hu akurakuro no okotra oman FM say John Mama papa ko wi generator ne hu akurakuro
enkuro dada
ne hu nkuro dada ne hu nkuro
kotwa
okotra oman FM oni Canada Japan anwumre om show say John Mama Ibrahim Mama no papa ko wi generator no obi bo ne dua ku no na pipifo ade aya ringing tone
na hope si na akotena okay FM say John Mahama o ye danjuma
ha ha say John Mahama papa na Akufo Addo papa
uko kase obi ma me bo damansa no
ah uka say obi ma me bo damansa no owu a ye say wa kan yi. But they were happy. MPP leadership from Fred Oware and your friend say they were happy. They were happy with Abronye. So what me akasa John Mahama papa no ni kredi Japan na kredi Japan bono ai Abronye de wa bio
Adumaku Befi
no mo ko rally no ma aso
wonua akoye friend say Charles
Osu na
ayi na no eche yi wa
omukọ rally no makoso Abronye nsa ye ne ma ni regional chairman no say papa we na timi dijo ma papa tempa mama fo ni su no mo nsem kra woni so omukọ yi obsi ando kire say woni otimi bo bia sum yeah oh these guys wasi asem bia mo so but
when it generate a friends and transformer
there be transformer dem your farmer onko ye diem do ye do onko ye diem do e de janka ye do onko ye diem ya ya trust
no mu twa ni peti di si obi ti so
ya onko ye diem do
oh ya bole ne doso
onko ye diem do
say modi
ye diem ko ye diem
boni de modi bi
kwase sembia Gordon onkrofo na edi o kwase sembia na edi.
And it's not as if say even at that time no, their descriptions and their analysis no were fair. No, but your analysis be about Akufo Addo. Now you don't conclude say
a criminal.
He's senseless and criminal. Then you are not being fair to yourself.
We say Mahama bribing two friend Kromfo.
You say a Ford expedition bribe
and to a Kromfo. Yo. Yet Kroma Akufo Addo akwatwempra the state money akwatwempra.
Ese kokumba no.
Ese kokumba mo bana baba kire ya my evidence that a president or murder squad, a president or armed robbery gang. A ya wo kire we nyina yenye investigations e ma yen clear Akufo Addo. Yenye bibia so the ordinary man on the street assume that the Obane can no kre. Na me ya analysis we
silent at it.
Yes, me analysis we na me catch yourself Akufo Addo is a criminal, born a criminal and trained by criminal parents and is a criminal from birth. Also on the medidin attempt. Nemo mo si adoye telling your mama say waje a Ford expedition to a Kromfo no ye no nya item didie.
Yes o Makoja Jackson Park. Na akwai abreachire no abo apapo no akofa microphone John Mahama oye Kromfo ene cheye de Mahama wi at date you have not been able to tell us one but obi to say Akufo Addo a lawyer or no etimikasa of high repute na ya troni din wo Ghana your friends say law ayim kwabra Kwame Kwachi ya de bi mani nye ho.
And also a criminal.
Also a criminal. Kwame, we a criminal. We a robbery. Oh. Na mutimi conclude say John Mahama e kronfo. Obi papa agigi Ghana for prepaid sika for 8 good months. Imagine say nenkwa ECG Fred Dubik. Nebusan say how much money do they make in a day? Calculate that by the number of days in that 8 months. Yeah, PDS for GG Yesika. Then you see whether you can attribute your friend is saying Ekufuado say on a saint Ekufuado. Oh, there is nothing that is you can't describe any better. Say Ekufuado ye what you say. Bibia Oyebia doesn't make sense. Bibia Oyebia a criminal. So how else do you want us to explain things for the Ghanaian to understand? Say will be a crown for, but he's a saint. Until I make us say Gordon is too wise to be saying such things.
Anyway, live on Accra 100.5. But Nana, I think there's one issue. There's a caution in this for. Sir, IPPs, energy debt issue, no. The NDC communication should sit up and they should be coherent. I've been following them. Metie omo, metie Jinapo, metie Miami Baba kubi ewo metro. They should be coherent. Because nanaonim me mint me nye MPP for politics ni bi say ade bi menti ase ko amagimi ewu ntino.
No.
Na media chire bang. The Americans say they should be because the fear we listen to them and we piece their statements together.
You always have to read between the lines.
The communication team no be here normal trust they should sit down. Na omo undrafted omo defense ni ye. Jinapo no mfa baby.
Is it? Rather I think say they should just
yes,
they should just brief the whole country about it.
Yes, but also the communication team no, they also
and the communication team no, the team no, and your majuma no.
Yes,
because we see abaimu. It's nothing to do with the NDC. See, let's separate Nyoma. And on the politics.
Yes, meba. Whatever it is, NDC communicator on any show
would have to.
Issue and you would have to say issue no bar as what me chire mu me ma se mi na no
and briefing.
That is what I am saying, that there should be coherent only comes when there is a cordial and coordination. What I say, where there is coordination, they should coordinate. Those in government at that time should deal with the communication team today. And the communication team no almost send information no to the regional for to the constituency. They should get it. If me say unim say oh you're writer, me minim say me writer, me come as mo begum.
Simple. So come.
Yeah, me pay to kroma some ka.
And knowing obi to say John Jinapono. Sebi mint me and sign it say
oh me kra dey me nka so ma. What that means that metie nipa ba ku mienu.
Minim nense yo.
Yeah.
Senior.
Metie nipa ba ku mienu. And I mean, I like and I say our documents.
Okay.
Even on Joy Krano, now say or correct it because say name mischief than a host near you said you. But I like the way
a host can be.
Yeah. So I like the way Jinapo. But what I'm saying is, they know and penny for or more who are the crime can they should be coherent. Simple.
Okay.
I mean. Say
Kase
yes.
And kase
we nkoka now we met say ni say no me that kind of argument I won't accept it. Ka mun kan say because you have the documents, you have everything. So him say your friend say take or pay ni bi wo kra no enya this time provide us with documents, let us all read it. Yen nyina yen kai bi
simple.
Bibia no I saw this year.
Yes.
Me would ko sia me Bobie Ansah mint me mabadwam me nyam pipi ni zombi me nyimi me ye obi am support dwom ama mani ate ya me pro man ni yie
wadwene mu da
ho me pro man ni yie enti anything a ebo me hu say ade we ebetumi say o man bia no me I will fight against it nti omo chirechire mu a omo chirechire mu yie omo nye coherent with because udi agro opponent twa ha no twa ha obehaw yo me de makama sema wie obi anka say fa document bra me Bobie mi hia me fra onye hwe
no me cry there I think issue say what documents na sebi
but mo team ne there
are things that are even technical like
and the more no
brief the system about it it doesn't even have to go through the NDC friends and communication, you know, because it will be now skewed towards being
and I say nipa bonni bi wo ho a why
no because if you brief the whole nation about it, say in a press statement,
okay,
then it's about a state. Maybe some me mind. And this now cause no. You are not accountable to the facts. Then everyone gets the facts.
Then we move
on.
That's all.
What am I saying? It's not me. I don't like it when it's about I say partisan politics. No, a senior man.
Yeah.
And this in can MPP ni. But on an office, on an in charge. So in the statement, you know, if you have any contrary view, Fabra. On the statement, I say
that's all.
Me also utie no committee na I would have been abreast with it.
Oh yeah.
Me
follow because no pano me sorry I make gym nyina na me follow omo.
Okay.
Yeah, na me follow omo kakra because an adwene nyina me say omo tugum ewo and na me minim say ke omo be use omo media houses no. Enti wo hwe omo newspaper no front pages ni nyina one headline one logo line. We could see city adama celebrity joy adama celebrity piece but stress I was okay. So it was obvious, right? But me point to say whatever the communication team anyone no more abem samre omo and coordinate and compare notes na said the okay say bibi o so mo be di betu bedwam a
simple
omo fa meto no obiara nsanka bi
the mischief ni nyina be wo hia
simple
go o mani mu ase the obi aka bia na wa be gu nani mu ase
simple wa wie no na call baby
ayi kura na tie ade bi reko brobe ono no betwe am we twantro na finally odi bi bia be hwim afi wo agome account
why you fiferi
John should learn how to do some of those things.
Yeah but minimum say they will try to
and don't be put on the defense. What am I saying? You don't have to be put on the defense.
And what also you
tactical to do. Say,
you know,
assembly by ya pa.
No, what counter? Not just say, yeah. I mean, you don't see media main American. They should just coordinate, give information to each other.
Let me question you. Must say, name one Kwabena. Who ja Mary, President Etimian sign a document like this.
Yes,
I be discuss it. Power purchasing agreement.
Mentiasie.
Na mono
akufo do kromfo wei.
Wutimi
aja akufo kromfo wei.
Obi a mislead the president. Till date.
Eba babeka take opay. Ubeka take opay. And when ene jinapo correct wo mo ba ko bi. That Absa contract or so. Say kufa no buy no be renew no. Ade no so na aso awie.
Aye.
You see, sorry.
No.
Yeah. But 5 minutes.
Quickly, because this conversation, I think Laporte got it all wrong, and Monsieur say, we dealing with the issues diplomatically, because sometimes, you know, in the midst of the chaos, we end up not explaining the issues properly. Na FHA no na sababu because it's not the first time Laporte ekasasimo you.
Okay.
This is the second time.
Okay.
And I think or can first one instead of you be educating no, we rather attacked him and we failed to explain the issues properly. Into this time round, no, my advice to the party communicators say don't attack Laporte. This opportunity for once. Laporte has given us an opportunity to explain these issues to Ghanaians once and for all.
Entina ominia obeto no so now ba now tie me na napokwa. Entina na yeka say those in government then and those in the communication bureau now, omunya proper coordination, put nose together.
Yeah.
No family bunting once and for all. No be Ansah can be movie on.
Yes, I feel so. Yeah, in civil society, you didn't come because they were home in the past.
Okay.
As we speak, we are almost done with letter Yetrakoma World Bank for if they have the data on this take or pay arrangement
okay.
Because the first timer I buy make a statement to win. You beside the data say okay, provide the data for all the take or pay contracts. I think say Babaka I'll explain properly.
Okay.
2, Emra Suhini Busa the questions on the floor of parliament on how much government have paid for excess capacity charges. Can Florida Beka say I buy $934.5 million. That's Ken Frater's answer. Okay. After that, you try command ministry. In fact, the Africa Center for Energy Policy is also requested say finance ministry MI the data on what say excess capacity charge. The excess capacity is just power produced and not consumed, right? So how much power has been produced by the IPPs that were not consumed, and how much does that power cost? You make what I say. How much does that power cost, and how much have government actually paid? Up to date, on team provided data no. So what we will be requesting Laporte and the World Bank to put if ABR can offer decide data no either. Akoma World Bank for it will almost share data no with us. Let's see. The World Bank should put the data out, or they should share the data with us in civil society. Say, okay, between 2017 and 2023, this megawatts of power was produced under the excess capacity charge.
Okay, so Pacha said it's possible Kenofrata can give them wrong figures.
Yes, can say. From where we sit, we think that it does not even exist.
Okay.
We think that, but because you boosted data from Kenofrata and Famaye. Kenofrata has not shared the data.
That went to Parliament to speak to the data.
No. You see,
he
did not. Yes, he said that they've paid $934.5 million. Background check. We realized that the $934 million that are buying to was not for excess capacity charge. It was for fuel, and also it was for the subsidies. The subsidy shortfall on say 2018 are buying electricity so by 30% for businesses and 17.5% for the household.
In
2018.
Before the
COVID. Are buying a ESR propagandist populist reduction of electricity by 30%.
Okay.
By 30% for the businesses and 17.5% for the household.
Okay.
Sir, when we complain that the tariff they are charging is way below and it's going to affect the revenue. And it means that we were paying less. And Sikana ECG ejejeno Sikana ntimi ntua the power the IPPs were producing. Enti eja eka to ho. Democrat say COVID so buy no. Aban so esa subsidize.
Wow.
We
yeah.
Free water, free electricity. Eno so jaka. Eno so aba beka ho.
Omo ya say omo de bele.
Eno no kwa omo de eno so omo ntua. Enti eno so jaka. Say aban the IPPs make more than $1 billion. Untimin try enu jaka to it is 7.5 million abans wo tuaye no ken so mo tuaye no ye hwehwe mu no na enye for excess capacity na ye for fuel and aban na kasa ne subsidies how ye during these two reductions amaka ho asemi enu na ma ye twa krata koma ken frata say on my the data on ebia excess capacity ebia APSA they produce maybe 10 megawatts of excess capacity between this period. About 8 years, this amount. Ebia car power, they produce this power. Ebia Ameri, Ebia, your friend is saying, Sunon Asogli. They, so what I say, until you give us the IPP, you give us how much excess capacity they produced, then how much I buy 8 years for that excess capacity. What I say, Ninja no omuntu been provide that information. That is why we are saying, Ebia na Kenofrata was our data, no, and they've shared that data with the World Bank. And based on that, and a Laporte, making the statement. Own providing, I will say, hey, Ghana for money excess capacity now. Abayachano, any. Now you won't say no cre. What you say? So when you anything the DSM and you talk, the World Bank must come and justify those claims because they know say their words carry weight. If you are the country director of the World Bank, you're a diplomat. Won't be able to kasa without any basis. You must have concrete evidence, and that's why you make some claims, my boy. Yeah. And to give us the evidence. Said the team your friend saying Minister of Finance when under RTI requesting information. Yes, we are requesting information. And the World Bank should put the data out on excess capacity charges
because Ansah can be based on that.
And nothing okasa, me boy.
So give us what you know.
Yes, unless Laporte is telling us he was speaking out of ignorance or he was just making conjectures. And yes, sir, you should provide the data. In 2018, Sunona Sogli or Car Power or AXA, they produce power excess capacity of let's say 30 megawatts.
I think Tico is part, right?
Tico, yes. Excess capacity of this megawatts, right? Okay. Now, Abai Etu are saying for the excess capacity. So they excess capacity means that power produced and not used. Into this power, maybe 10 megawatts of power they produce within this period. Abai and use power, no, but government have to pay this amount for the power. Just provide that data to us.
But let me just ask this question. Probably very ignorant, but then if we be to me abuamia. So if we have energy, generated power, sitting there, excess. Meaning, can't we sell? Because assuming we don't have the capacity to contain it by using it.
You see, the propaganda NPP, I will take or pay or no. You can see a very, very simple. Oh, say, any bon, any dahon. You see, Kwabena? So, because power purchase agreement now, NDC signed in 2015, 2016. No, power is expensive. And I'm going to explain. The power purchase agreement were expensive. And let me explain. We were in times of a crisis, right? It was an emergency. And an emergency, will contract will be to produce power for you. Now, in energy contracts, a dear backward contract move a reliability. Say, the power producer wants to be assured, say, if I produce the power, you take the power and pay me. They make what I say. And to take or pay clauses, a clause edition and your power purchase agreement is most businesses to ensure reliability. Say, once I spend money, because the overhead costs of producing power are very, very expensive. So I can't spend money to generate power and then eventually nobody buys the power and I lose my money. What you say? So they have to put certain clauses in. But the most important thing, Kwabena, me pese Ghana 40 years here. Now, the last time any NPP communicator will say, NDC, a power purchase agreement were expensive, and they say, Kwabena won't say the agreement now your power purchase your friends say power companies as part of the agreement the capacity was going to be deferred to us. Kwabena tell you, the capacity was going to be deferred to us. Not just say you need Mary sign power purchase agreement, right? So we produce power Maya at 9 cents per kilowatt hour. So 9 cents, Niema 9 Emma Mary for charge 9 cents. Ne say as part of the agreement, 5 years no swan power plant na by Ghana for dia yin jaka pre
like Ameri.
Yeah? Ameri.
Yes. And it has a 20-year span.
Yes.
Yeah, 20 years span.
Yes. Kwabena Tenio, very, very important. And say as part of the power cost, only the cost of machines ni nyina aka ho. And I'm going to install my capacity, bring my machines, fix a power plant, produce power for you at 9 cents per kilowatt hour. But after that, after 5 years, you buy the power at 9 cents per kilowatt hour. But after 5 years, the power belongs to you. The plant and everything belongs to you. So the only thing you will be paying within 5 years is what we call OM, overhead and management costs. What I say? After 5 years, no so I was saying the cost of power no esote from from 9 cents per kilowatt hour to about 3 or 4 cents, 3 cents per kilowatt hour. Eja Kwabena.
Yeah. That's fine. Eja Kwabena on UTV.
This weekend I'm on UTV. They are coming. When him say 5 years no so ye na plant there ye dia no. Afe na sika ye tua ye about 3 cents to Amerino. Enkofo we asa akwa Amerifo no ka kire am say sika na ye tua mamu na isadodo. Power no sika ni isadodo. Ye tua 3 cents per. Enti mo fa bi nka ho. Kwabena, woman na go renegotiate sa de we o. After 5 years nka power plant na be ye dia. Enti nya nka ye bo nyina ye just management and overhead costs. Enkofo no kwa ka che say they say your power need produce neswa. Me no ka say Kwabena, even after the plant has become ours, we are paying more than the 9 cents, the initial 9 cents na ye tua when the power plant was not ours. Kwabena teni yo. Enti ma enne the last time any NPP communicator and any NPP official about tonight video so I can say Ghana for say Mahama take or pay contract or sign any boarding because nipa no need take or pay contract no the cost of the power na kasa maya say nyamfidie infidie na am funded by
so the issue is not only about generating power.
No. The contract was not just about generating power. The contract included acquiring the power plant itself. Kwabena, it is a phone yi. What you say? O say, be the bonyo ama. O the bonyo bia emamia. Metua your friend is saying. Na the mamifa a friend saying. Say machines ye musical instrument in your example spinners nene ade omde yi ene nkonya me was equipments ne bi me say me ye program bi am me ba be program amount me the program mawa me be program na u be cha me 10,000 Ghana cedis but say we the me the program sa amount 5 years u 10,000 sa 5 years 5 years ne so a me the machines ni nyina ha be ye odia me the machines ni nyina achew nti say no wo de ko boy yase a eno ane say o light bill ene eyi pen obitua machines ni no man nyina den eye wo dia enti ekana na Amerifo no e de ma yese ento power no na omo calculate plant ne bo ene bibia ye den aka ho what you say ene de ade na maye and after 5 years you tua power no sa for 5 years no plant na be ye dia say plant na be ye wo dia machines ni ye wo dia say no what they call boy yase a won high bill meboa
yeah
the over try your light bill meboa say no planting ye dia banko for way power mu generating ne board in chain time na machines ni kwanya ye dia na yetua machines ni ka so manya ni the last time any NPP communicator be akodi na bontin e ka sasem wi na make us say Laporte has given us an opportunity for us to nail these people once and for all on this take or pay thing. This is the last time we need to stop this because women are there the elections. But we must stop them in their tracks because the evidence and the data does not support any of those assertions. And when we have time, we'll explain further.
All right, I'll come back live on 100.5 Citizen Show. Let's do my baby. A Heart Builders Real Estate, almost a borehole drilling, architectural drawing, biodigester, cement, bricks, blocks, strong, tough, and affordable polytanks, plumbing materials, wajuma. Wamo yeni nyina me pacho tie me ye pa ayo digest wamo aye niema bebre upese to boho a wambe boao no aye Heart Builders Real Estate wait me from it was 024 166 5200 me bosso 024 166 5200 oh yeah, Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic, so the Bright Soldier capsules, Bright Garlic Plus capsules, or the Abed Jasso, Ghana for Monjay. When you want 20 minutes constipation, Skin, yeah, basa bisa. Bright garlic plus capsules numbi. You see, your bright soldier. Stroke in your joy, the almost saw ya, dear. Griffith Scientific Herbal Clinic. Me Kwaba, me ba, ya baba to us. Live on Accra, 100.5. I'll be back.
Mira, na na ofreju maba ya se waye bosan se. E di asemwa.
Binishe mafo kwa na ekwo wo mo animu. Bosia kra mi pedia me de abobra so a. Menya bi.
And yesre. Eclipse Collateral Management for Abamaye. Waye Prime Brokerage Service. Na no se de etienie. So we japade na wo ho nkrata. Wotumi de nkrata ne beja Eclipse Collateral Management. Na so bi so we japade ebia na ne nkrata no animu ano. Na ope bosia. Ye de wo nkrata ne yensi echi ba manipa no bosia etua ehon faso ma wo ankrata ne ye wo de ani di free
nese woni akura ntua
emane how kra esan se wono so wo ajapade a wo de ba yenti no eno na bank de beton wo bra won kwo wo de ne ho kra
na chesa me nkrata da dem no ebetumi ama manya sika wo bra me japade no eho nka
sapepepe wo be hu Eclipse Collateral Management e wa Denta Pantai Junction at Denta new site wa 0543832466. Eclipse Collateral Management. Think safety and decent income.
Oh, say employee of the year. Charlie, what the remote? Me refusal last year, yeah, na me to me target. Charlie. Now say I'm a pomodimun some cry above. Correct. And now can some so Afromax central. Now what's so I share? Afromax Plus as some game oh. Can you know I'm who they want from no day? Chum say me 90 minutes plus extra time. Oh, say Afromax. Hello.
Darling. No, Mafia.
Me see moi no me.
Ma feel papa.
Afromax say changing game no. Daddy prefer wo adwuma nyina mu. Oh say Afromax. For Afromax Plus, change game no. A dietary supplement. SCC member, Steps Pharmacy, and the Afromax Plus. Abejas, a drawing yamma member. One in fear do watch it. First steps was 0550-709-790. Afromax Plus, the game changer. And the agent in Kratoya to move.
Hey! When we send your police in your draw, Imbusaba Mesa Abama Huaden.
Refuse to grow, and young offense swabek.
And what day immune system or Yankopon, and you're ready for Yadmusa Maya Hubano, and Nasa Wunum Imbusaba Mesa, a peja immune system Nabribia. Ya Yadiantimu. Sasa dear, a month for the one, and the Imbusaba Mesa, Dronua dance yes, and Yarwa who ran Nipa and Yina Etimi Banaso, and in Yarwa Cassian Kaya Wutini D and a hoka. Now was shooing in no, a way of buying every home. And now I'm on par, one dada, no monum doctor in Rono, and no imbusaba mesanoa, and more who are deep in tea. Ya womuntim pose, Yaria Esomo, imbusaba mesa, and walk crazy, and you may move bia your toe in row, and to form friends 0246 208496. FDA, Ashisha said, Jedi and Cratch, what Jatu say,
was a Casaman Koyana, quick credits, yes. Say, Sikape and Nafo, Intina Yabasa, but church or young Bosia Bonsha home, would to me Bobosia edifia Sia fee 1,500 Ghana cities at the call. Nanya here no national ID card. Won here so ubetu susu. Won here awa, yen just a kebian to ho. Won Samsung here say, wouldn't yen be beer for 2 beer. Quick credits, El Wahomao, say ye Jana Upesewudi, and now Wapesa was shit ejuma for frase, and now say your school fees. And now, boy, ye, was so me edge my phone, so ye will be mammo. Nemum Kai say, ye mobosia ewo internet so. I think so on Mantica Crobia Batan, Bank of Ghana and Saudi media you move. Ain't it to Rikana Freying was 0302 200 390 and now 0596 920 833. Quick credits, London made simple. Kai said, media in Shishaka Crow.
say the Mako who our Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. No, who crave me, say, and Nunti Mania Award, a word bestie, Obian Transit Emma Dumpemia, dear Cassa, and Asen Boya, dear, and Canon to them you.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. A son you want to say, near Kuro Etuno, near Anka, Awananum, Obana, Bemo Power, and Yarwankaye. Nancy Mameka say, and Espana called Moekayeno. Greenfield at Arumenti, and was our selection and also APM. Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Our ultra modern laboratory and a diagnostic machine, sir. I should share the Pediani Mwankasa. Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Our Nungwa Dogon, Estate Junction, last stop. Frewa 0243 983 906 and 0261 651 898. Greenfield. God is our healer. Greenfield. Your last stop. I believe.
Edruso, Accra 100.5 FM at the night train. Power Quemo, a brother any Yawata Biara. If it's 9 p.m., I open 12 midnight. What do you say? Who will you take it? Now I enjoy riding it. And one say, Chukuchaka, Yaba Fowl, and what was Sibabia, Oko Biara. One of pass some as it Tuesdays. A brother any Yawata Biara on Accra 100.5 FM, 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Accra 100.5 FM, Wabat Tele, Radio Go, 90.5 FM. Your power station, Yewasi Radio, 89.7 FM, Ketekrache West. You're streaming live on Facebook and a Radio BBO, Freedom and more. Family GH also Akaho. It is our world. All on board. Obia MFO, the night train. And you Chukuchaka.
Your station, Accra FM, 100.5.
The system has nothing on her. Those in power fear what she can do. She is Madame. And she is coming. On one hand, she's a humanitarian, and on the other, she's using them to seduce men in power for favors. Madame is a new drama series that explores the evils of an uncontrolled system where young women are exploited. Premiering Monday, 8th May at 8 p.m. on Akwaba Magic, DSTV channel 150 and Go TV channel 102. Stay connected on star 759#.
Wabatele Accra FM. Mommy.
All right, live in Accra 100.5. Yasia Babio Yadamwase. PSC Kojo Isaac Shaggy. Say Commander, please play me Jachi Kwesi new song. Yeah, Jachi. Okay, ba my ba kubiya mano. But we'll come there. Kwame Fosu says I'm watching you live from Sankore. And the Muller says like work and pay taxes, simplicity. All right, so whatever it is, we will deal with it. Another issue on board, Naboku, yen dealing in Fengra, your friend say, Asen North, because Asen North, the MPP, NDC are raising issues through a press statement from Sami Jamfi about a year or more candidate. And I've even heard say the other candidate too has some criminal cases, but you know the on say a criminal issue. So wouldn't want some now any evidence. You don't wade into it. In the end, you're trying yashe at the crib be free muaba. You don't need one. But me tie domlewo anyum no. Okay, so now say because now social media now say on Sabeka. But amount for are raising very quick issues about the way Akufo-Addo is running Ghana without, I mean, as a running is in the kitchen, you know, and almost ebusu kosa. You know, another issue, but Yemra Asen North answer. Now, this is the letter from Asen North. And part of some you know, a quick one. Me say easy for be issue. Omabe responded, but who shared the wording from the EC? I say omo no omo tamfu bi, ena enyantokwa. When you read the response, na uyobia what language I see. I mean, but young uncle share a friend say. Asem kra NDC arrezi about a year MPP candidate. So the NDC statement, no, is so simple. And the press statement, 4th June 2023, that was yesterday. And me read him kakra. I'm on for the crow. Now say MPP and the Electoral Commission in a plot to illegally insert the name of an unqualified MPP parliamentary candidate into the Asen North voters register. And I read the National Democratic Congress has become aware of a plot by the ruling New Patriotic Party acting in cahoots with their collaborators in the Electoral Commission. Their collaborators in the Electoral Commission to transfer and insert the name of one Charles Opoku into the voters register of the Asen North constituency. This illegal move is to aid the said Charles Opoku to contest in the MPP parliamentary primaries to select a candidate for the upcoming Asen North by-election. Our unimpeccable sources have revealed that that contrary to the clear requirement on the nomination form for the Asen North by-election, which demands that a candidate in the election must be a registered voter in Asen North, the said Charles Opoku is not a registered voter in the Asen North constituency. It is instructive to note that according to Regulation 22 of the Public Elections Regulations 2020 CI 127, voter transfer can only be effected for an ordinary citizen not less than 42 days to a public election. More importantly, transfer applications can only be made to the returning officer of a public election, given the fact that we have less than 42 days to the by-elections in Asen North, and the returning officer is yet to be appointed for same. Any transfer of voters to Asen North will be unlawful, and same shall be fiercely rejected by the NDC. So it goes on and on and on, and signed by Sami Jemfi. Now, is no response. Yeah, or they buy is a response or they buy. Let me check if okay. So is no response or they buy. Now. Electoral Commission Ghana. Transparency, fairness, and integrity. I see. All right, so MPP and the Electoral Commission in a plot to illegally insert the name of an unqualified MPP parliamentary candidate into the Asen North. So now, just 2-3 paragraphs. The Electoral Commission's attention has been drawn to a misleading press statement attributed to the National Communications Officer of the NDC alleging collaboration between the MPP and the EC for the purpose of transferring the vote of one Charles Opoku to the Asen North constituency to enable him contest the upcoming by-election in the said constituency. We wish to state that this is not true. For the record, the EC has not received any such request from the MPP to transfer the votes of any person. This allegation is false and a figment of the author's imagination. As usual, it is aimed at maligning the integrity of the Electoral Commission. Per Article 94 of the 1992 Constitution, a person does not need to be a registered voter in a particular constituency to enable him or her contest elections in that constituency. Okay. Per the Constitution, simply hailing from a constituency entitles a person to contest elections in that constituency, so long as the person is a Ghanaian, 21 years and above, of sound mind, and a registered voter. But baby, our register, it doesn't matter. In the event where a person who wishes to contest in a particular constituency does not hail from that constituency, that person will be eligible to contest if she or he is ordinary resident in that constituency or has been a resident there for a total period of not less than 5 years out of the 10 years immediately preceding the election for which he or she stands. Right? But this Chasopoku onto this Chasopoku guy onto. So we make the point to buttress the fact that a person who hails from the constituency per the constitution need not to be a registered voter in the constituency he or she wishes to contest in. Simply hailing from there is enough. As such, there is no reason to engage in transfers as been alleged by the NDC communication officer. It's a well-known fact that, so it goes on and on and on. Then I think the MPP too are pushing in BB. The MPP too are pushing. I'll say the New Patriotic Party is not seeking to transfer any voter to Asen North voters register. Ignore the NDC's baseless claims. So with them, no more expanded.
What is our interest in this matter?
Okay, so something a statement.
Yes,
so.
but we as a party, this is the NPP has not put up any candidate. We are talking about the internal elections, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So what is our interest? If we have proof that the EC is trying to field somebody else, the EC is trying to field. If we have a proof that the person, let's keep it. Let them finish their primaries. And then when the contest is about to happen, we deal with the person and we use it to our advantage. What is the I don't see the strategy in preempting this, honestly. What is the strategy behind so that the EC doesn't feel that person? Who is that person? Is he really a threat to the NDC?
I think it's rather communicating that the MPP is struggling to get a candidate. Simple.
No, yes,
but you see, the point is what we are hearing, and yet such as Opokunukwa issue. In which MPP response is different from the EC. That they are not transferring voters because it goes beyond
just one person.
Yes.
Okay. That is what I'm saying, sir. You see.
Okay.
That is
yes.
Okay.
That is what I'm saying,
yes.
sir.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying, sir. Sometimes we need to be a bit strategic. You may have access to the information. What you use the information for can be to your advantage, can be to your disadvantage. Right now, if indeed
just so that we don't lump the two together. Is Sami Jamfi's statement to the effect that they have evidence of one person and so there is a likelihood say they are doing more transfers?
No.
Sami Jamfi was specific on one person.
On one person.
But MPP be here no. MPP no. Go beyond one person. You're very baby on for you.
And no Kwabena, and no dear.
Like
Kwabena, and no dear.
What you say?
Kwabena, and no dear. For the diabolics NPP have done throughout their elections. It would be very lame for NPP to go into Asen North without expecting say NPP will do some of these things. What you say? So already know the NPP should have a strategy for these things. What you say? Say and
but blowing it out of proportion it's a strong
maybe don't get me wrong. You see, and you said we should separate the two. So I'm just trying to separate the two issues. Say it will be a bit lame for anybody in the NDC to go into Asen North by-election thinking say NPP will not attempt to do some of these shenanigans. They will do it. What is your strategy for it? If your strategy for it is to come into the media and cry, then you have failed. That's number one. Number two, the issue about the statement about that candidate. Afena NPP for be or more primaries.
On the 7th.
On a candidate to represent them in Asen North. Yes. To represent them in Asen North by elections, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We have evidence here. This person may not be on the register or may not be eligible to contest, right? But the person is attempting to contest in their internal elections. Kwabena, what is our interest in blowing this matter up at this stage? I want to understand what is the strategy behind trying to is it that me when I quickly saw the statement, I quickly went to do a background check on the guy to find out if maybe the guy could be a threat. Okay, and that, you know, as part of our strategy is that if there's evidence that that guy is the one who is going to win the primaries, then let's try and block him, or let's try and that is the strategy. That's the thinking that came into my mind until I realized that really the guy does not really have any basis. If it is, then why don't you keep it and wait? Let them finish their primaries, because that guy may not even be their candidate. If the person becomes their candidate, then getting close to the elections, you have something against the guy. Then your plan B quickly kicks in place. Your strategy quickly kick in place. But at this stage, Kwabena, I'm struggling to understand.
I'm also struggling to get
because Kwabena, me, I'm just thinking of the political strategy behind it. That's all. I'm not thinking of just blowing the mat. I'm thinking of what is the strategy behind putting, especially when it is about their internal primaries.
On your way, no. Mm-hmm. And you see, you are conjecturing over one thing. Say, for example, Sami Jenfi letter, no. Me no, the import I get, and say, Emane Ansah. Tio, Umane Ansah dia. Then you have a battle, a such a war to fight.
Exactly.
Knowing that the institutions,
because they will all cover them. Yeah. The EC will cover him.
Exactly.
And cover the MPP.
Exactly.
And a Kokota, they will cover him.
That is what I'm saying. You see,
even though you may have a register, you have to your chest to defend the case. No, blowing it out of proportion.
Because they say NDC, their only hope, and I say, Adiamu can rely on a public court of opinion.
Yeah, but who is Kwabena, in the NPP's internal elections?
Yeah.
Who are the people contesting in the NPP internal elections?
There are two.
Yes. Do we know who among the two of them is a much more formidable force?
Nobody knows.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying that in election strategy, it is to your advantage to have a weaker candidate.
Okay, we are sitting here and thinking that no one knows.
That's why I'm saying that. Yes.
For all you know.
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
A survey has proven.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying that. That's why I'm saying that. You see, the strategy behind it is very, very important. If you are going to an election and you are in a contest, getting a weaker competitor is an advantage, right?
Yes.
And so, if there's a way somebody is contesting and the person is a formidable force, right? You would want to try and see if there are ways that you can stop the person from even contesting at all. What you say? And for me, from that strategic point of view, when I saw the thing, that's the first thing that came into my mind.
No, but the information is that the other guy contesting Chasopokuno, our grounds for MPP no change the Chasopoku guy. But me so the list of you know, me the same. That Sami cannot sit down, or the NDC cannot sit down and watch them. Momo cross red light no. This party and this EC, they don't care about anything.
That's why I'm saying that.
And again, it goes to also cement the point that NDC is being more vigilant.
That's the point I'm saying is that, you see, political strategy, no. Say, Usaka be biana the Babetua Bontia. Some of the informations must be kept behind for your internal plan, because
but so who keep information now? Who keep information now? What happens? The everybody saw mo to about we na say onu na winia. Then you go to court.
No, you don't go to, you see, that's what I'm saying, is that you must have a strategy, Kwabena. You must have a strategy.
What do you do?
What strategy, Kwabena? And are you saying the only strategy NPP and NDC has is to come to the media and come and talk?
No.
But it's also a strategy.
Yes, it's part of a strategy. It's part of the strategy. But I'm saying that it's our only strategy is just to come out and talk.
No.
If the only strategy of the NDC is when they see any threat, they come out and they issue a statement. That's all.
I don't see Mensah's issue yet, because I'm struggling to also understand why you think yours should be the strategy.
No, I didn't say that.
No, Ansah.
No, I'm saying no, because no. He has not said so. But I'm deducing, because it's not if it's not a strategy, if you are saying the NDC should have a strategy and coming out to speak to the issues is not a strategy, then what else?
On Kase or say, and coming out to speak on issues in public and strategy.
And also, how do you know what they have felt?
Is what he's trying to analyze.
Listen, you see, if you take your time, you understand my point. My point is pretty simple. I am saying, say, as a party who call elections, you have intelligence.
Yeah.
You'll be getting information. Say, oh, where Koswa, and you must have a strategy to deal with all those things.
Yes.
Hey, Bia, at the initial stages, there are some of the information. What the better on for example, if NDC has intelligence, say, EC mass voter transfer, transferring people out into Asen North, coming out to speak to it, Kwabena, at that particular moment and make noise about it is the best strategy for that kind of situation. Because you want to alert everybody that there are mass transfers.
I think that is what Savage is trying to do.
But this time no, only this time.
It's about a candidate.
It's about one person.
Okay.
About not who is not yet a candidate. Aspirant.
Yeah,
who is not yet a candidate. But in the internal elections, you see, what I'm trying to avoid that you also don't want to give somebody unnecessary publicity, unnecessary attention going into an election.
It's true.
Kwabena, this guy, me from a political strategy point of view, me who statement now the first thing I want to do is to go and look for who is this guy because I never knew him. He did that.
But it means he doesn't qualify.
No, maybe.
He will not qualify.
Yes, but we have ended up giving that guy unnecessary publicity.
No,
listen.
No, I don't get it.
Listen. Take your time. You understand my point because political strategy. If the issue no that's often a try, you will be getting it. Sometimes just go beyond. Try to understand the thinking behind the action that is being taken. Akwano. Obi enimno chasupoko o so minimno minti de krada.
Okay.
But the moment I saw the statement, the first thing I went is to go and do a background check on this guy or find out who this guy is. And any people they be discussing the thing. You say on the same paper kona is issue statement one home. NPP as a party issue statement one home.
Yeah.
It's publicity, meboa.
Sure.
And in politics, negative or positive publicity
no bad news
is
anywhere.
publicity.
It's publicity. Yeah.
And I'm saying, say, in case that guy is a formidable candidate going into the elections, you are giving the impression to opponents saying and I say maybe he's a very strong candidate. And yeah, why don't we just go with him? What I say and go and give them a tough battle. What I say, I'm saying, say, I'm not saying,
so which means you are pushing yourself in a very tight
corner. That's what I'm saying, say, on that kind of information now. Okay, issue where you're then. Yeah, analyze it. Okay, what strategy? Okay, in the meantime, because you can't put all your egg in one basket. Ubedi can deploy a first strategy. First strategy now near Juma. Then you go to the second strategy. Okay, and the American say you could have had that information, keep the evidence. Electoral Commission for him say, oh, evidence say Akwa will not qualify. Kwabena meboa. And immediately. And people focus selecting then you start making a noise. Quickly, at that time, he's a candidate.
But so at that time, so woman who unnecessary publicity.
Yeah, no, but at that time, the publicity will be against it because you have the evidence. But because at that time, you have the EC at a tight corner. Because say documents in the EC for Echo 4J, but already because you had the evidence before that forgery was done, no, all do the end of it be expose you.
I get a point.
That publicity at that time will be much more damaging than
it will be weightier.
It will be much more damaging than to say some publicity now they are talking about things they say, no. That's what I'm saying. Say I make a statement, no. I was just thinking of the strategy behind it. Whether indeed that statement was actually worth it. Whether there was other ways the party could have triggered, other strategies the party could have triggered, and anticipating the final outcome of Omo. Your friend is saying, Omo primaries, no, so that you don't give any undeserving, unfettered publicity to any candidate. What I say, because the guy may not even win, he may not even be your candidate, and then so what is all this? All
right. I'll come back to you, but quick comments from Benjamin Kwame Azuzu from Adenta says, okay, so Commander, I agree with Mensa Thompson. Why can't the NDC wait for the people of the Asen North to decide. Then if we have found out that he is not eligible, that alone is a campaign message. Or if he's not from the place, has been said by the EC, then we can have a campaign message, to the people of Asen North. All right, so this one is coming from. But me sure say what the me sure say
yeah, but see the point
I mean,
is
that is right. We should have waited until they have a candidate. We have given the guy more publicity in case he wins their primaries.
Unnecessary publicity.
Okay,
and to say it because of that, or we need primaries now ko ABBA tell because namusrun dada. On my candidate, can not start attacking. No, you see, this is voter psyche. Listen to what this is voter psyche, and you need to be able to understand how the voter psyche works. Nipa no on my candidate, can not start attacking, right? And nipa no my candidate na say even that time proof on the basis be crana. People already think say you are prejudiced against the guy, and they may not place premium on the things that you say.
Kwesiada says the strategy of the statement is just to avoid mass voters transfers, because if they're able to transfer one vote, they can transfer thousands.
Then the statement should have been different. Then the statement shouldn't have focused on one person.
But you see, the statement too has exposed the MPP.
Yeah, Kwabena.
Because looking at the MPP's response clearly, Ama Obiati has said, mass transfer.
But we did not anticipate that statement from the MPP. Only goofed. We did not anticipate that response. MPP could have not responded at all. The AC has come to respond. So I don't know what they are even also foolishly responding to. But that's what I'm saying, that we did not anticipate that statement from them. I'm saying that what we should have done, and say, Kwabena, do you know what it takes? If you have evidence against this guy, you kick your strategy kicks in now. By the time woman withdraw another prime minister, your opponent will be far ahead. Your candidate will be far ahead.
Okay, so I'll come back to you now. Listen, it seems the name Jechi Kwesi stands tall. Ewa Asen Fosu. Like anybody, media for a weekend na omo enemy akasa, and the research coming from Info Analytics and other groups shows clearly that Jechi Kwesi NDC were grounds.
Yo, Kwabena, mame enche tiefo bio na me ncha menua nansa. Kwabena, on say enene nansa. That was on Friday.
Yeah.
So enene 4 days.
So Monday.
Monday. So 4 days ago.
Okay, yeah.
And menim penifo mienu bi a omu free constituency nim edin komo and omo mami analysis in the evening no mami analysis say Jechi Kwesi no wakwete say obi a oye MPP ni sa NDC ni nti very difficult for any political party omo say obi de fani say Jechi Kwesi nka se bi a oko independent ne NDC put two candidate, MPP put two candidate, he will win. Asen North. Wakwe to say Obia Oba Hono. He didn't find himself as belonging to one faction. He is a pillar for all. That father for all figure Nibia.
Yeah.
And Untino say ono akraka say ono uncontested on the ticket of NDC. No, obe contested as independent candidate. NDC pa omun for the best of the best. Eme contested no. MPP pa for the best of the best and contested no. He will still win. Because according to say nipa re or no more echen na man yoku. Even though waba abe better the chances of the NDC no. Ama NDC no aye krabehwe. The way now Osha said Dini Juma as a philanthropist, no. He didn't bother baby a community a MPP community, no. He will still work. Community a NDC community, no. He will give them what he thinks he has for them. And you know, why a lot of projects our constituency and even beyond the constituency. I say he is somebody nanka amoyosem enshede ni nani so saa. He was just doing that. I say mamenya de osuma me na dwuma bi saa no. And now he was touching so many lives. Omo show mu school. Omo esu adwuma. And according to say wabe household name in the constituency. Enti no. Oye na adwin say obeya mayosem no. Na according to say he didn't even have the idea of how yama yosem no etie. Enunti no ohwe ya his intention to want to be a candidate no. Omo ka je say we Canadian citizen na untimi meye MP e wo Ghana hape. And he began to renounce his citizenship because he chose Ghana over Canada in that he said, oh, a woman said, Makobo me bra, ewo amanoni. And I'm me bra ma bosso. Me timi boa community nim, and your ma bakum yenu miensa. Yeah, suku adan in your manoma. He works like this are buying a year juma. Enti his candidate Hanedi Kwabena is he's a force to reckon with. Enti no obi anywhere apart from those
Hassan commander, this same guy in contention, that's the Chasopoku guy, earlier approached the NDC to drop James Jechi, question allow him to contest on the ticket of the NDC, of which the party objected to, and he moved to contest on the MPP primaries. I don't know whether one of Sami Jamfi's
read the statement again.
Or say the same guy in contention earlier on approached the NDC to drop James Jechi.
The guy.
Yes, the Chasopoku guy.
I'm sure that's how.
And allow him to contest on the ticket of the NDC, of which the NDC party objected.
Okay.
And he decided to move and contest for.
So allow him
because
but I don't know whether Hassan not
whether true or false.
If you have some interviews,
minimum kophobia, omweni abredenden campaign tia Jachi Kwesi say yen yin fa nipa from ra. And someone who say near to studio ha. I don't want to refer to our last program here. Okay, near to studio ha. And will be texting me say mami fi conversation na ekoso na emom no akwa bi na sikadam bi abono.
Okay, so Vivian say yes, Sami Jamfi na kan. What Hassan na kan?
What I say? Okay.
You see, so then
so akwa no adwuma no oye no ti o me ba o adwuma no oye ne say monya na yen disqualify Jachi Kwesi, which was MPP strategy. What I say? And I say, Muni Jachi Kwesi from the Nibetumo, and the NDC, I show a very rebellious character. Say, come what me or none at Neko, which is a very bold decision. Party yeah. Now,
then subsequently, the NDC say I'm a very strong counter.
Yes. Me know what I think we should not be doing. You see, Obia war a certain way of going about issues. You could have the best strategy, but your timing may be wrong. Yeah. What am I say? So I think we should rather be discussing strategy, timing, planning, and all that together. Me imagine me say statement Weno has gone to confirm say NDC is poised for action. 2, NDC is more vigilant
because
with a legal lie.
Obviously, Beatrice and also
yes.
But the point is, neither guy in the team nor the MPP from the constituency, from the region to national, at me rebuttal. If only in this Samijemfi said this,
they could not,
because how can one person go to the NDC say me person me jina emamo. Then the same person within some few or contested as a PC in the MPP. I mean it
yes, Kwabena, I agree with you, but I'm saying, say, if you have this information, it's a very vital and concrete evidence.
Very. Okay.
When to use it?
Okay.
Is another thing.
We're crown also
another weapon. Strong. You see,
another weapon.
Weapon.
I think Benny Thompson.
Kwabena, sa weapon we own.
Because if there so many business, that
means that they've put the cart before the horse.
Because approaching NDC.
My question is,
approaching NDC, which means NDC sharing crata enya evidence.
And they took a decision. And you see, Opoma utu. Na oya before
but say omuko no man to amano
if so be this so
no but it's also good that entina me make say
ever and say no eso omoso ma angrofo who said they are perpetuating illegality
exactly
Kwabena you see Kwabena nyabote
ni nyina ye o aya na
Kwabena me ba me
ni nyina ye
Kwabena me ba you see hwe
say
ka on ye fa say akwa contest ye
and
Lucy Krana, we still could have used that evidence to discredit the Electoral Commission and say, Akwa, we have evidence there he was not a registered voter in that constituency.
Okay.
You see, even if the guy could not win, that information could have still been used to expose the NPP and discredit the Electoral Commission. Say, Akwa, we had evidence saying, or by a we are sharing this and this and this and that. Then you put that evidence out. Say, even with that, more allow no NPP, more allow no money contest here. More premise. Nana ye cham. Somebody akwane beba. You see, having the information is one thing. When to use that information is another.
It's true.
That's what I'm saying. Say, I'm not against the statement put out. If indeed the party wanted to create the impression, say, we know all the diabolics NPP is trying to do, then they could have cut the statement in a very, open way without focusing on one person. To show them, we know the things you people are doing, but we are monitoring you. One push comes to shove, then you can put your evidence. But if you put everything out now, what is left? There's nothing left.
No, but they say Basan Sudan, they have done the guy in. They have killed him. And he's gone.
Well, let's see. But I'm saying the guy doesn't deserve that.
It does not matter. Sometimes he still would have had the publicity anyway.
Whichever way.
How was he going to get the publicity?
He will get the publicity. You get the publicity because you still mention him. Even when you want to
in politics,
nail the easy.
Yes, the easy nail.
Good or bad.
I'm saying, sir, you see,
but some publicity, even though it's negative, can be damaging. Even though publicity is good,
it cannot damage the person's chances.
No, I'm not talking about Jatiquation. No, not at all. Jatiquation is not in this.
You're talking about the EC, the MPP.
Jatiquation is not even in this conversation.
No. On the song, baby.
What I'm talking about. What I'm talking about, me, from when I saw the statement, somebody I don't know, I've never heard his name. The first thing I went to do was, who is this guy? Okay, because political strategy for a political party like the NDC to use their letterhead, okay, to issue a statement about you, Mr. You must carry weight too. No, I'm coming.
They still can do that.
I'm coming.
When it's in respect of a riffraff.
I'm coming.
It is rather damaging that the
can
person.
Discredit somebody without issuing.
And the MPP.
You can still somebody without issuing. I'm saying that
in the same vein.
In the spheres of communication, a party issuing a statement is a whole different thing altogether. Because we have party spokespersons who speak on behalf of the party on a daily basis.
That's be a passing comment on the program.
Or passing comment on the program. Or making comment. But when a party issues, listen, take your time and understand my point. Yes, you can disagree with me. It's fine. But the point is that when the party issues a statement, the person who the statement is about must be worth that attention. What I say. Now my question is, say, at this level, NPP for your internal primaries. What you say? Yeah, we still insist say your judge question. We don't care whoever they bring will beat the person, right? Now, from where I sit, my strategy will be say, okay, what is my offensive strategy? My offensive strategy is that what can I do to ensure that whoever the people bring to face my candidate is a weaker person because it goes to my advantage. So I look through, okay, this person, this is their best candidate. Okay, this candidate, what can I have on him? Is there something I can do to try and, at least, reduce his influence or whatever it is, so that then you deploy your offensive strategies. NPP, they do it. During the primaries, some of the constituencies are not NPP for sitting MPs, no musro. They work against those candidates. Let me give you an example. Okaikwe Central, Baba Sadiq. The sitting MP there, my friend is saying, Patrick Boama. He openly worked against Baba Sadiq. Okaikwe South, right? Okaikwe Central. Okaikwe Central. Yes, Baba Sadiq. Yes.
Okay.
The sitting MP, Kwabena. The sitting MP, he openly worked against Baba Sadiq. I didn't hear. Because when himself, Omo Makano, Fomano. Entino, Mamenye, na yemfa akwawe mba. Omo Maka de say when we now, I can beat the person. What you say? Entino, say once I will you and himself. Candidates no contest Asen South Prime NPP. No, say akwawe nkwa.
No,
omo yetu, right? Inti aden no nkwa no wasengo ni out. Na you had the dream go I be akwa okwa no ebia no hu ebia NDC for soro no ebia say anything.
Why are you always skewed towards one thing that it is rather
no, but listen, the first issue a bankrupt.
No, there be no so me so much me say they have rather dented the image of the person.
And
they have dented the say you throw NDC throw kratafa Ekufuado ho a na just oma boy Ekufuado abaso.
No, listen.
Meba.
But my member we I learn say Goyo Keseman no petrol. Goyo Hacho no petrol.
Kwabena
Goyo Agbogba no petrol.
Ekufuado egu Goyo. Wako tebiri omusika bia mo ni subiri omo. Goyo egu. Me de mi nuanom wo ho.
Okay.
Well, good guy, well, good kojoto, well, good.
Okay.
And once I'm about there.
Let's go.
And look at them.
But Prophet Dennis sources, Mensa, you are just sharing your opinion, and it doesn't make it the perfect strategy. I disagree with you. Okay, so
absolutely, okay, it's fine.
No, wait.
No, it's fine.
My point is, you see, Mensa, say, party a issue statement. It must have gone through a certain consultation. And a party issue statement. Say a one-man show crampa Sebi, let's pay attention to why.
No, but
me my dream say me tie no who say me who statement no.
Let's get it straight. As to how the statement came out, it's not under scrutiny here.
No,
because the party will never issue out a statement while bringing a party in a collective.
Yes.
So let's establish that.
Yes.
So you don't need this guy.
Yes, but no.
The content.
The content, no, it comes with the whole thing. I'm analyzing from its beginning till now.
Normally, no, no more about no until so say casa. What to say? So let's put clarity on that. That is not under. Oh, but it's better also to put clarity. Yes, on it.
Idea make and say the man say canon, say. Yeah, man, unnecessary publicity. No? Publicity has two branches. It's like popularity. We have fame and infame. While you are thinking, say, we are making the guy famous or infamous, no, or popular, no, or whatever, no. I also think differently.
Okay.
Because, say, Rebecca say, we'll be free. Na easy, na agent say, person, ye bibi say, na just a kululu one of him. Nipa no so one say, kase. Onu kroya sa nipa kroyi waba NDC ebe pe candidate aye eno wasa ko NDC ko pe candidate aye sa nipa we wonye criminal di boni be na chen we
listo well
tio di boni be na chen we
okay so
it is said no omo di ama no
possible Enka NDC bet me a report to asem na my police for.
Oh, say omo pese omo fa no because o report to ne saying oba e wan no. Ebi a wo hwe okra tem. Say you can say enkofa forms craft flag bearership cra no. Enka list to bet ma for
that makes the guy a criminal.
No tie.
Ana
flag bearership form yeah NDC John Mahama mu ko ina say enka list to bet ma ko fa bi. Me ko VTS list to now nim so qualify. Obi a bet ma ko fa bi. What must say? No reason men qualify no. Me kwa ko tumi sika egunti na ma kofa bi.
Enti nipa ba akofo betimi akọ NDC say.
Tio.
Me pesa me now we are hearing it from Sami Jemfino.
So
enti nyones here. So nipa ba akọ betimi akọ. Eye NDC say o me pesa me contest mamo. Omo anti ase. They no akọ MPP.
Yeah.
MPP so bra never contest as an aspirant.
Yeah.
Enye criminal.
I don't see it as criminal because say NDC obi anameka or NDC ni or NDC card was I MPP ni you won confo bi organ hat is
but enye criminal.
I don't see you see where it
I just need an education say enye criminal because I feel like say a criminal
NDC no and obey this on so who so say MPP ni MPP no betimi disown you so who so NDC ni the criminal aspect no eno de say a association me see me house ni say kotokoni no me boni amaye de say house shama she na de oni o mo Chelsea say your friend is saying
okay so I just received another message from Kili. I say I'm in Ghana at the moment. Goyo Ashalebotwe Old Town no petrol.
Oma gugoyo akufado bibi obegu no enti Kwabena mensa point na o kano menene ya adwen to a certain point ba baby a me pese me differ in argument no hwe statement no de be ma ti o nenka ye statement a en woso bibi a enka yi sin trohwe eka pipi ntrohwe
yes
awoso bibi awoso asheki womo awoso woso womo
aseki
what must I say ena where statement no they have something to their chest enye bibia no mo dia ba
MPP response no
yes anokura na ma me kind say see
no too much
I can bibi they had a plan.
I don't know say Tommy what read you almost
what did you MPP statement
it has
akwese say a whistleblower ako blow bibi say koso na we na yehu se waye bi tie o ye mo maka o because we dey yehu ni ya so ne pa achi enti no ebeye din say obek feda I go ahead to do the rest
oba responding by us omonya hwe ehefo
tie o wo point na wo kan no mensa brilliant point. I'm not downplaying it because Sebi enuma bi wo a
so the sekukwam
e dia hye kokwam a later no now dey agu adwumakuo na omo yes ananim ase but they have chosen the whistleblower say emamu mane nyansa no wo be twen mo makwakoye transfer na wie afa ababe ye de ja se sie ya waka nipa ba ko pede no a chese mo ni da ho register no so mind you obi a wo bi
listo
political party bia wo register ni bi
listo ma member mu kaka you see Kwabena I think say it's important say you understand my emphasize it on a number of occasions say NDC strategy ni na say obaba out abekasa and answer issue statement.
You don't have any problem.
Then
no.
Listen to what I made you take your time. Say party ni strategy na say asemba ombe issue statement. Asembia their response to it is to issue a statement. Kwabena then they should forget about the elections.
Which I disagree.
Kwabena, yes. Kwabena, it's fair. It's fair. Say
exactly.
Yes, and Mr. Shamo, feel free to disagree with me.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, because Yes.
But mind you, hundreds years support.
Yes.
If you send a message that they support your argument.
Feel free to disagree with me because said there, so I see it differently from the Ubiya. You know, some people can see it differently from what I'm saying.
Analyze it. Show no so.
Exactly.
That's all.
It's in the best interest of the party. More being you know say we ibia obi tan obi and obi as obi can no. Said you know sometimes some people like to twist words.
Yeah.
I'm saying say elections are here corner. You are saying no including 2024. We must be very, very strategic in dealing with the NPP and the Electoral Commission. The strategy is say once you're a party, you'll be receiving pockets and pockets of intelligence based on a number of things. Intelligence, you know, Ansah, sit down,
manage it,
analyze the intelligence, and analyze the strategy. Okay, this particular intel, what is the best first response? What is the second best response? What is the third best response? Because you don't throw everything all at once and then later, then you know, you have left with no arsenals. Into your first response, into where no, that intelligence not part in the one. The first response was to issue a statement, and I make us say, at this stage, that being the first response was, in my opinion, was not the best choice. I think that something else could have been the best first response. I'm not saying that this is not a good response at all, but not a first response to the intelligence. If you indeed have concrete evidence to say, assume we unqualified, because Kwabena, if NPP fails somebody who doesn't qualify to contest in the elections, it is to whose interest?
And this,
of course, it is to your best interest, especially when you become, especially when few days to the elections, you are holding concrete evidence.
No, that's where we need.
That is the point. That's the point I'm saying. That's the point I'm saying.
Even Orenia, sa argument ya wuye, baby, ebe kwa ya easy. Tell easy ya no. Supreme Court say why you high amajachi question. I qualify for an election. I win here. You
see, and nothing I'm okay. Make us say NDC response in United States will be issue statement there, and yeah, they don't have a strategy. You must have set of strategies. This is what I'm going to interweigh in second way. This is what I'm going to do first. This is what I'm going to do next. If nothing happens, this is what I'm going to do. That is what we call strategy. And at every point in time, one strategy will be better than the other. And I'm saying, sir, this guy, if indeed, one, the guy is not a threat to the party. We don't have any intelligence that shows that this guy is a threat to the party in the elections. And this guy
is not.
Then that statement was not necessary. That's my opinion.
But to expose
if the guy was, maybe if the guy was, then already he's your target, and so it will be prudent to go after him all out. But if the guy is not, then this publicity was needless. He doesn't deserve it.
No, sir, he is not. But what I think the NDC has done, they have not exposed the guy. They are exposing the EC and the MPP. The guy is only an evidence.
I understand.
Simple.
I understand your vigilance.
The guy is an aspirant and or a potential candidate.
A potential candidate.
That is where
they are using him as an evidence in the case that will nail the MPP and the
now your evidence is inconclusive because I don't know how it's inconclusive.
What's it more? So why
is the evidence? So why is the evidence? Is no air transfer alcohol? There's no evidence. You don't have it. That's what I'm saying, sir. And can we check?
Easy transfer.
And that's what I'm saying.
What do you present? Can't transfer
me say. And then make us say, Sanka Kwani a threat to Mao there. Who said, I mean, Chankram, I am fan encore. That one, your strategy is to stop the guy right there. It won't join. But if the guy is not a threat, then that information would have been useful on another day.
It's solid. Your point is solid.
That information would have been useful on another. That information here. Some many Beatrice Mokase. Na Aquano.
Oba.
Oba. Same, imagine say a few days to elections. Now acquiring a NPP for candidate. Now it's not radio, so putting this information across. Do you know what that would have done to the guy? Even in his own party, NPP phone call control can come to Abamano. Say, son out here.
How about if
me? Listen, NPP phone back say, son out here. Oh, say NDC for you. And son over your. Oh, sir, and no, but and make us say that information could have been very useful on another day. But at this stage, or your premise, no, that information putting it out was practically needless, and it could have been used, on another day, and properly that would have been benefited, the party more, to have benefited the strategy more in Asen North.
All right, so Don Frank says so. Mensa Thompson thinks after what he's saying happens, the EC will pull him out, or the court will do the same. You are kidding. All right, so let me come up with some few
comments.
All right, Alexander says perhaps the NDC wanted to take it cool and clean the picture of the EC, but it seems like, as we always see from the EC defending the MPP, the EC has been compromised by this government and it can harm Ghana for the next elections. Now, Don says, Bobie, you and I know that the MPP are lawless and can do anything knowing that the court is there for them. So I think the NDC was right to let them know they are aware of what they are doing. The best way to scare thieves and bad people is to put out a security man in uniform or to fix CCTV surveillance. Anye ya for why gusro. Okay. All right. Olivia Dan says on a normal day I will agree with Thompson, but Thompson easy for us to Patron says the point and this is making is that the AC is trying to bring the guy's name in the voter register Asen North. And okay, so that's another point. Now we have Daniel T says no matter how you strategize, a criminal is a criminal and they are dangerous. Finito. Now Alexander says listen, let Thompson talk. If you were to be a woman, the way your mind sweet you there. Okay, so I think this is out of there. Please let your man. Okay, so let me leave this one. Now, Rashid says the earlier NDC raised the red flag, the better. They don't need to wait for danger to happen. Have you guys forgotten unanimous FC at the courts? Okay.
That is what I'm saying, sir. That's why I asked the first question, sir. Was that guy a threat? Kwabena, say Obi,
what I have heard, say the other contestant stands a chance of winning.
If the others, Kwabena, good. If the other contestant stand a good chance of against that equation. Now
no,
against
no, I'm saying
that's the one who standing tallest.
Two. And but within these two, if you put them head to head with that equation, who stand a better chance of performing better? No, not winning. No, who stand a better chance? Listen, Kwabena, it's elections. You can't rule anything out. But I'm saying that among the two of them, who stand a much more better chance against that equation?
For that one, I can't tell.
If it is the guy,
like who is a threat to Jachi?
Yeah, yes, like who can compete well,
like a threat
to that equation. If it's a Charles Opoku guy, then I agree with Sami Jemfi.
Yes,
and the statement that the party issued.
Well, I do for that.
You see, that's what I'm saying. That
no, I don't have that information.
Yeah. That's what it's just a hypothesis. Okay, if that is if that guy stand a better chance against that equation, then it's a perfect strategy, because you don't want to wait till your opponent qualifies before you try to fight your opponent. If you know that this guy is a threat to me, you want to, as a political strategy, you want to go after the threat right from the beginning. That's it.
I want to believe that is the case.
But if Akwano,
I want to believe
if the other person, no, and stand a better chance. But what you are doing now is that then you are eliminating that guy's opponent he could have faced. Jamaica, what you say? You are helping that person. Because assuming that person goes unopposed, it means that person can resource a spend their primary say we a contest ya be winning and sign our sacco resources major elections, you know. Obe save resources because what buanama what eliminating the opponent amano. It is say sakwano resources are called promise on from Kobu or the beka the resources are or they come in elections no know they be face question your candidate. They can what I say. Yes. And that's why I'm asking, say, if indeed there's any evidence that that guy is a much bigger threat, then I agree with the strategy. The strategy is right. Okay. But if we don't have that information, and we are just trying to let people know that the Electoral Commission is the one who is trying to do something. The Electoral Commission there. Baby, you see, the people, their mind is the vigilance must happen in different forms, because from 2018 Jean Mensah Electoral Commission, we know her track record. Say, oh yeah, then on your nobody. So we need to find a strategy around the Electoral Commission and exert more vigilance. And that vigilance should not only be issuing statements. There are other forms of vigilance that must happen. Yeah, Asen North. There's several forms of vigilance that must be executed there. Who are we going to use as polling agents? Are we still going to use polling agents as Electoral Commission for some signing declaration form before elections? Is that what we are going to do? So all these things must, let me say, a lot of thinking processes must go into the intel you receive and then
how you process
the strategy
it
that you use for it.
Anyway, all right, let's talk about 1 minute. And then I will expect it from the NDC in Asen North.
Well,
hard work. Just a minute. Because your time was
not sleeping on our horse. Now you see what I think about elections in Ghana. I don't see NDC, rather I see the NDC as a redeemer. I was a Ghana for you I would entreat all of us
representing Ghana.
I would entreat all of us to go and work hard to make sure we put up a good strategy and planning. Papa no ye obia already know when you the power community in constituency. So we should just do value addition. Now there should be a proper coordination. I was say constituency na ye ko rem no na region no omu zone the constituency no into several parts nipadom a free and crying e ba be bo adwuma no obi aba obenya adwuma ye otuma say eni kwan say obi dwen say obi baji obi adwuma sade no mehu sade no NDC mu pa e ha dwen obi amaji obi adwuma nye adwuma ni nya obi ade a eyo man na ese na ye save de to so bieu obi a wo free kran ha wokọ ekro ne so no wokọ Asen no make sure say at least obetimi arene a certain amount of people amomakoto aba megidi say yayasa we will come out victorious.
All right, so Ocha the nitty-gritties of the dynamics in Asen North. Na yahwe de ekọ. Live on Accra 100.5 Eclipse Collateral in Kansha Ghana for nyina say e base e bia owo ejapade a owo document. Didi ni mi hu asase efie. Enen krofo kra amanone de omo enkrata errent. Enti se owo ejapade na owo eye krata na ne watu edi ye no ane se Eclipse Collateral fabra obi kopa bosia oni collateral nsiachiba ono anase kaginamu omode onkrata no eboa na wo eye de okoti biamu percentage umpewe na apede yi Pantan Junction Obenkaf International School Adentan new site honomwo from 054 38 32 466 unsa beka womo Tabia Herbal Center. Woman de a Tabia Herbal Mixture. Wanumato. Wonam ya. Intri di yadie how. Misro numbi wate.